laughs, love, and life lessons. This is Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
All right. Here we go again. A fun show, hopefully.
On our own.
I don't like when you sing.
We're down the only road we've ever done.
Wait, you're on. Why am I not hearing you? Oh, there we go. My headphones are too low. Have we complained about that, Mike?
Yeah, we did it on the air.
It's for the best.
Well, you want to? Yeah.
Yeah, same. It's the same problem.
Why can't they just fix the fucking mic?
I have no idea.
Why
But
can't
it's
they?
that saying that.
Yeah. Why can't they just fix the cord?
I don't know. Maybe they don't like me talking.
No, because there's other options. It's not like that would stop you from talking. Otherwise, I'd be all for it. But there's other options. There's three other options.
I didn't even touch it this time, and we started the show with the mic not working.
Yeah. I don't know what you didn't adjust it. You didn't do anything.
No, I didn't even have my headphones on yet.
Do you know, I didn't realize until I was reading the prep sheet last night, 'cause I'd seen the video. This reporter in Philadelphia, who I didn't know she was a reporter either, who was acting like a real twat at the comedy club. And
Whoa, there's two sides to every story.
at the Comedy Spot, you're right. She was acting like a real twat at the Comedy Spot. She, I didn't realize Will Sylvance took this video. My friend Will.
Yeah, I didn't either until I think I might have sometime yesterday afternoon or something. I said, "Is it the same Will Sylvance?" And then I started going to his Twitter because he's a comedian.
Yeah.
And I started going to his Twitter and his Facebook and stuff to see if maybe he was like, "Oh, geez, I didn't realize this was going to blow up. I don't want this everywhere." He's very proud of it, though, and he should be.
He's the guy who hosts New Joke Night. Will host the Monday and Thursday New Joke Night over at the Comedy Cellar at the Fat Black Pussycat.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a good dude.
and I guess he was out in. Did this happen in Philly?
It happened in the. I'm going to guess in the. Oh God, what's the comedy club in Philly?
I think it was outside Helium.
Helium. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she doesn't exactly sound like
She sounds awful.
her vocal quality doesn't exactly sound like a professional broadcaster.
Was she a broadcaster though, or just a beat reporter?
Oh, you mean she could have been like a reporter, not like a on camera?
She might not be
reporter.
on camera. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, wait, hold on. You know what? Fire T.
It says TV reporter.
It does.
That's
She's
what I
pretty.
thought. Yeah.
A part of me, I have mixed feelings about stuff like this. Like, I'm happy because, like, as shitty reporter, that's what she does. She goes after people. But then it's like you have one ugly moment in your life and you're ruined. Then again, I think, fuck you if you're talking to a cop like that.
Yeah.
But then again, I think, has talking to a cop like that worth ruining you? So I keep going back and forth with how I feel about this.
Look, people need to understand on some level there are consequences to some actions.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff is way overboard. There are a lot of times people get fired when they shouldn't be getting fired. There's a lot of outrage and reaction that isn't justified because people just want to have outrage.
Now we're on the same page.
But
Oh.
at the same time, some of it's legit. And there are people who need to understand that there are consequences to actions. And if you're 28 years old,
Wow, she's cute.
and you're on television, well, that's the problem. This is a girl who's a pretty girl who was put on television to be a reporter and has never had any consequences for her actions.
Let me see what she looks like. Go back to the story. I want to see what she. Yeah, she's very cute there. Is that her mugshot? I wouldn't mind giving her a smooch.
Yeah, that's her mugshot.
I'd give her a kiss on the cheek. She's a nasty bitch when she drinks, though. Oof.
Well, she said she only had one drink.
No, but then she amended it to 5. She said one drink.
By one, I meant 5.
By one, she said one. Then she goes, "I think I'm drugged," and then she admitted that she had like shots earlier or something like that. I think she said 5.
But those aren't drinks. Those are just shots. That's different. Oh, you meant shots too? Oh.
She just had a bad night and she was talking too loud and didn't want to get thrown out of the club. But that's what you deal with as a comic, by the way. If you think the cop couldn't even deal with this fucking idiot.
Yeah. But look, like, I can't imagine a scenario where I would be driven to the point where I thought I was important enough or my actions didn't have consequences enough that I would be screaming on the street at an officer of the law, just screaming profanities in his face, like, because I'm a citizen, I have rights too.
Yeah, it's the cops, the fact they have to deal with this fucking annoying shit all the time. This guy showed good restraint. I mean, I obviously knew there was a camera rolling too.
Yeah.
But how did he not want to? She spit in the other guy's face. You see her spit in that one? It was.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was the guy who worked in the club.
Yeah.
And she spit in his face, and that was when she probably got cuffed.
But that's what I mean. You go to a comedy club, you're talking through the whole thing. So already you're as self-indulgent and narcissistic as a person in the club can be. Then you go outside, and when you get kicked out, you act like everybody else is against you. You, of course, you haven't done anything
Just
wrong.
loudly whispering.
Right. And you spit in somebody's face because, you're so important and your actions don't have consequences. And then you start cursing at police officers, and you make that kind of a scene.
Can we go back and watch? And she said where she worked.
Of course she did.
She said where she worked.
It's like
Meanwhile, the guy that she's with is the most patient man on the planet.
Is that a date, you think, or a boyfriend or a friend?
I don't know, but
I think it was some kind of date. It was not a boyfriend. If it was a friend, it was a friend that would like to be a little more than a friend, and is trying to tell the cop, no, you don't know her like I know her. No, she's usually not like this.
I couldn't hear what the guy was saying. I don't remember. I know. At one point he thanked the cop.
Yeah, he tried to shake his hand.
Ari Shafir. Did the cop shake his hand?
I'm gonna record that on tape. You're fucking cock suckers. I'll take my $70 and I'll swallow that you guys are fucking cock suckers. Okay?
I like how she says
that. Shit. I stood there and laughed, and the rest of the audience
laughed
like I should.
Laughed.
Okay? I did not disrupt anybody.
That stupid Philly accent.
Yeah.
There, which I didn't see these two guys, so at the end of the show, was mad because I said his necklace looked like some anal fucking beads.
Anal fucking beads.
I just want you to take her. I just want you to take
Oh, the cop won't shake his hand. Oh, yeah, he did.
What,
Okay.
motherfucker? Lick my asshole. How about that?
Lick my asshole, she says.
Shit. That's why nobody likes fucking police, because they all
That's okay, ma'am. I don't worry about that.
idiots in this fucking town.
And he's trying to walk
Oh, she
the
spit at him.
Oh,
I didn't spit on you, motherfucker. It's an illusion.
Oh, she tried to sit on me. She just couldn't pull it off.
Smell my shoe.
Oh, look at her. Smell my shoe. That would turn me on.
She really is. She's past the point of no return. She took her shoe off and is saying, "Smell
And now
my
the cop-
shoe."
And now the cop is...
What are you tasing me for?
He's attempting. She said, "What are you tasing me for?" He's attempting to arrest her. He's trying to cuff her.
For what?
Do you have to grow up with that accent at all, Troy? Yeah.
Video, any videotape.
And look at this poor guy with her.
I just tried.
Oh,
And the
man.
guy's like, come on, dude. You're fucking me up here.
Pause.
The
How
poor
great is
guy.
it? So this dude who's trying to control the situation, just a guy with a beard who's trying to have a nice night, is like, oh, this is carried away. He realizes it's being filmed. He's looking at the camera like, come
Please,
on, dude. And how good do you feel knowing that the guy he's looking at going, come on, dude, is Will?
There's Will Sylvans. And the guy's like, what are you...
He just wants to get her home.
He does.
He just wants to get her home because she's in prime fool around
Oh, yeah.
condition. Like, if she's home, she'd probably fool around with him. She's probably fun and dirty when she's like this. Go on, get on the floor, lick my feet.
Lick my asshole.
Lick my asshole. Go on now, get down there and lick my asshole.
But it goes one of two ways. It's like either I get to bring her home and fool around with her, or she's going to get arrested right now and her career is going to be ruined. I just want to get her home.
I hate going out with girls who excessively drink. Like, if you have one or two drinks, fine. But once they get past that, like, no, I'm like, I just want to be away from this fucking asshole. I can't stand it.
Yeah, when they start to assume that the whole night is about them for everybody.
I think of Anthony a lot, and because he would always talk about how his ex would be so loud, and he goes, is it past that point of no return?
Yeah.
In a relationship where things are fine, and then you go out, there's that magic one you have that takes you past the limit of where you're fun. And
It's always just one.
it's always one.
And then you say
one.
something the next day like, you were out of control last night. And they're like, no, I wasn't. I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I have a friend where that would happen and I would have to videotape her. I would have to be like, look, this is what you were doing last night.
And
Just
how would she react when she saw the tape?
she just couldn't believe that was really her. But that's what you have to do.
Would you now when you're talking to somebody and you're out at dinner with them or whatever, and you know they've had one too many? Like, I don't want to tell a girl don't have drinks. Like,
you don't want to be the square.
And plus, it's like if somebody is like has two drinks and they're more like, people get like more affectionate and they're more fun. It's like, it doesn't ruin your judgment. It just makes you like, all right, they're relaxed, they're comfortable,
Right.
They're
Takes off a bit of the edge.
exactly, and that's nice. But then
Yeah.
there's that one when you're like, I'm gonna have one more, and you're like, oh, don't.
Yeah.
God damn you.
We're in such a good place right now.
You're fine. You're like you're a little looser. You're comfortable, but you're not impaired.
Yeah.
You're not speaking loudly.
Guys have the same thing though. Like when you're just like when guys go out and they're having a good time, like they'll drink a lot, right? And they're fun and they're fun and they're fun, and then one drink and it's a fight.
That's it, yeah.
And you're like, oh, all right, come on.
Yeah.
We're going home. That's it. And that's how you know, I guess that's how you know the night's over, right? Like you have the one drink and you start a fight with somebody and it's like, okay, yeah, that was the one.
Well, when you're drinking, it's just like, well, I'm having such a good time. Well, I drink more. Well, now I'm having even more of a better time.
So yeah, I'm figuring out the relationship here. The alcohol to fun ratio is more alcohol is more fun.
Yeah. So let's just keep the fun going.
Yeah, you don't understand that there's a cap off.
Yeah. They don't realize that.
Somebody is saying, and there's
It's
more.
like you get like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles is amazing, but if you eat a box of them, your stomach's gonna hurt.
That's right.
You know.
There's someone saying there's more to this that wasn't recorded, which I want to see if this is true or not. Hello, Shane. What is there more to this?
Will was actually on Cuckie's show, and he was the comedian that was first on when she started getting loud.
Wait, who's the comedian?
Will.
No. Whose show was he on?
Oh, I was talking about Opie.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. What did he say?
Oh, he said that she was loud during his set. He was like the opener. And then the guy that removed her from the club, she like poked him in both his eyes.
Oh.
Got physical with the staff on the removal. And then he said when he put his phone down, she was actually kicking the cop.
I find that difficult to
Oh,
believe.
wow. Okay, so Will said that. All right. It's funny. Thank you very much, Shane. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I didn't hear it. I texted Will last night. I'm like, you filmed this? I didn't ask him to come out. I was like, I figured the video is self-explanatory. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. She poked him in the eye. Oh, fuck her. Okay. Let's hear more of this. I didn't know that. Thank you, Shane.
Wait, I just tried to spit on somebody.
One.
They arrest me for that because I just tried. No. Where what? What's that called? What's that called? Assault? It's called assault? Show me videotape. You can't. That's why everybody hates you guys.
Will could show her videotape.
You can't prove it. You fucking piece of shit.
Oh.
Yes, I have an ID on me. I'm not a fucking piece of shit like you. That just gets a badge because I earned it.
Wow, she actually just complimented his work ethic. Gets a fucking badge because I earned it.
Yeah. What? I'm some piece of shit who just walks around. Oh, I got a badge because I earned it.
That's how stupid drunk people are.
But in her head, she's like, nailed him. Nailed that motherfucker.
You just don't know what you're doing. I'm surprised she didn't say anything. She's lucky she didn't say anything racial, and she's lucky she didn't spit on the cop.
There's no way
She was kicking at the cop, though. Fuck.
that accent doesn't pop up on TV. I'll bet that accent. She does a good job of disguising
You
it.
think? Yeah, I bet
when
you're
she's
right.
reporting, and then it really comes out when she starts drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she's a local, unless she's a local reporter, like who does local stories. Hey, we're down here in South Street in Philly. Maybe they like that.
You think they do? Philly is a big news market to have that accent.
I don't. Let's see some of. Let me see one of Colleen Campbell's news story.
Let me see if I can find one here.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
I'm pretty sure they scrubbed her entire history off the website.
She's
so
got to be
it
on
might
YouTube
tough.
somewhere.
Was it related to this video?
I feel like it is because it would be very coincidental if it wasn't.
Yeah.
They took her off, huh?
And did they? Is she no longer working with the news people?
Yeah, is that an issue?
I believe it is.
Yeah, this is the one that. Yeah, she is ruined.
Yeah, they wiped her.
Let's see.
Yeah, I know it.
What's that one say, Troy?
This one?
I don't
Yeah.
think that's her.
I don't think that's her.
Oh, Colleen Carroll.
Yeah, that's not.
Yes, wrong.
That's not her.
No.
Yeah, and she deleted all of her social media.
Why?
Because everybody hates her.
Oh.
She's just a hated. Do you remember that doctor who had that fit in the Uber and she threw all that stuff out the fuck? There's always people who are just, you're the asshole of the day. It'll pass. But it'll be hard to get a job after this thing can Google you.
Yeah, well, the problem is
She'd have to go to rehab and get sober. If she goes to rehab and comes out the other end of it and goes, I don't do that anymore, she may have a shot.
Yeah, but nobody reports on someone going to rehab.
No, but she'd have to say that in her applications, or
she could maybe have a shot, but the problem is that her and this Uber doctor, like, they're not famous enough for anybody to
That's
care
true.
if they get better. So this is the only thing in their lives that's going to be like nationally noteworthy.
Yeah, they just move on to the next equally qualified person.
Exactly. There's plenty of people who want the gig for either of these two.
She's young and hot, though. She'll figure something
Let me see her.
out.
Let me see more. That's fun when she puts her shoe on.
You know what though? She's 28, which means that like it's not like she has a ton of young and hot years left.
She ain't that young and hot, yeah.
Right? Like she's 30 before you know it. And then it starts being like, oh yeah, she's hot. 30 and hot is different than young and hot. And
Do you think she ruined her career?
yeah, I think she did. I don't mind it. At 28, if you're a reporter in a market as big as Philly,
And you're acting this way.
you've got to learn how to behave. Same thing. If you go through school to become a doctor, if you go through all that, and you still behave like that woman did in the Uber. Like, you need some kind of a severe wake-up call.
No, I know. But do we, and again, I'm not even saying I disagree, but like, what is the place of allowing someone to have a shitty night, which all of us have had? We've all had asshole fucking nights. And luckily, when I was younger and having them, there was no videotape. Thank God there wasn't. But if I drank, sometimes I think, oh, I would ruin everything. I'd make videos. I know. I used to call the FBI. I have no doubt that I would make a video.
What kind of video would you make?
I don't know.
Like, what do you think you would...
I honestly don't. Whatever the thing of the day is...
You'd get up on your soapbox.
Yeah.
And you'd want to talk about something.
Whatever it is. With terrorism,
maybe
race, fucking relationship. I don't even know.
Right.
It would be something that started off well-intentioned and I thought was going to hit an emotional home run.
Yeah.
And would destroy everything I've worked. What did you do last night? What did you do?
It would probably start...
It's everywhere.
Liberal leaning.
Took your dick out.
Yeah.
You sucked a lady's dick on film. And then you kept saying, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. And you sucked her dick.
You put it on your Facebook page. Why would you post it?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't remember doing that. I don't think I did.
Who was the girl? I don't know. They didn't show her face. You just saw some lady's fingernails and you had her dress up.
Yeah.
You kept blowing her yelling, I'm not ashamed. Yeah, it'd be something really bad.
Yeah, maybe, but you can't like. It's one thing, and you know what? Given your career, you would survive it. But
there's certain things I couldn't though. Like a lot, I could probably survive a lot.
Yeah.
But if it was anything overtly, I'd get fired from here.
Right.
But stand up, I used to always survive.
Yeah, you'd always have stand
I
up.
always have stand. My fans, unless again it was something so horrible that the fans were like, "Fuck you." But most times they don't care if you do something stupid.
When you have a job though it's kind of not overly difficult, but contingent on you having a reputation of being somebody that's just a decent person.
Yeah, that's true.
You just have to. It's okay to be an asshole, but just don't be the asshole of the night.
That's true. When you have a reputation, and being a reporter, your reputation, your integrity does count because people are relying on you to report the truth.
Yeah.
And when you prove yourself to be a complete asshole, that does affect your job.
And it's not like you're having a shitty night. Like you're the asshole of the evening.
Right.
Everybody's attention. There's not 100 of these women in the club. There's one.
And it's not like you're just being loud and laughing and trying to be funny. You're being an obnoxious. All right, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I can see that when you're a reporter and that's your job. Fuck you. You have to whatever.
And at 28, you should. And if you're a reporter at 28 in Philly, you should know yourself well enough to maybe, if you can't handle 5 shots at a comedy club without spitting on a police officer, maybe just do 3.
I would have smelled her feet, her shoes.
If she was swinging them at you?
Yeah, she said, smell my shoe. I would have been like, all right, if that will stop you.
Yeah. Why don't you smell my shoe? Yeah, okay. Why don't you bring it over here and I'll smell it?
Double dare you to hold it out.
Yeah. I'll smell your foot, too. Why don't we do that?
All right, let's see this. I think I know the guy who's there with his hands in his pockets. I recognize him from Helium, I believe.
Shit. You're all a piece of shit. That's why everybody fucking hates you. That's why society hates you. Because you guys do shit like this for no fucking reason. You're arresting a girl for no fucking reason. Because I was just seeing the audience.
Hey, I haven't read the comments and stuff on this. In terms of society, are a lot of people being like, fuck this cop? Is that kind of the reaction to this video?
I don't know. Watching it, I certainly feel like the officer is being very patient.
Oh, really? There's not a lot of people assuming that he's an unreasonable man?
You know, the cops do a lot of dumb shit and a lot of yeah. But this happens to these guys every fucking day, and they never get credit for not smacking somebody in the face. Like,
yes. As
a person with that kind of police power, I would last a month before I broke somebody's jaw. Or attempted to and hurt my hand. But the fact that they tolerate this after being, having guns, especially when you're a cop in Philly, to put up with this shit from this fucking spoiled brat.
You'd have to, you'd be trying to justify that you pistol whipped her, but you did not shoot your firearm.
Yeah, Jim.
So you should still have a job.
Jim, she was cuffed and you bashed her teeth out. I know, but did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
So the cops should get, like, if we're going to criticize them whenever they do something fucked up, which is fine, at least give them some credit for.
There's a ton of really good cops that deal with a lot of shit that doesn't really get brought up, and that should be a part of this story.
This is like a day. Like, this to him is probably nothing. Like this, because they deal with guys who are like this, who are potentially violent. This is just some drunk girl who's annoying.
Right.
Although maybe they're more likely to hit you than the guys. Who knows?
Because again, there's no consequences.
They're girls, right?
They feel like there are no consequences, and that's why you feel sympathy, like anybody feels sympathy or whatever. But when I'm looking at a person that has somehow convinced themselves through life that consequences don't apply to them,
you're working with one. You didn't like that?
No, especially the way you looked at me like you were dangerous.
Yeah.
That's right, Iceman. I am.
You're working with one.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, consequences, they're for the weak. You didn't like that?
No.
Yeah.
But when somebody thinks they're consequences,
I don't deal with consequences.
You don't?
I deal consequences out.
Oh, wow.
I am the consequence.
That's your nickname?
I'm the consequence for your actions.
Stop fighting.
You made me think of it when you did that.
I know, but it's so weird.
It's good, though. It's powerful.
No, you don't seem tough.
Yeah, I do.
So you need at some point in your life.
Do I do when I have caution?
What?
Throw it to the wind.
No. No.
Consequences don't apply to me.
You're right, because if they did, you wouldn't be anywhere near a microphone.
You're right. Can't even argue.
But you need people like this need the wake up call.
By the way, she looks like she has nice size 9 feet. Am I crazy?
I could see that.
You see those those giant boats she calls shoes?
Some people need to get their lives ruined temporarily and to come back from it and to hopefully learn from it.
Yeah. All right, let's see more of this. This is wonderful.
All right, we're going to do a sketch.
You're gonna fucking arrest me. But if I have my tits hanging out, my ass hanging out, you wouldn't arrest me, right? Because I look good and perky and cute, right? You wouldn't put these handcuffs on me if I have my tits hanging out.
She's got a little belly.
Your face.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a fucking Philly body.
I work at a fucking news station, motherfucker. I work
Oh, boy.
at PHL 17.
Oh, no.
You're gonna put that on the fucking news? You're gonna throw that to NBC? Fucking
Oh.
bitch. Fucking hate the world.
You know, in hindsight, it probably didn't help that she gave her accreditation.
No, and then said, "Are you going to put it on the news?" Like, she's basically saying what other people say to her. Boy, she does not look good in this screen cap.
No, that's not the most flattering angle for her because she's sticking
I work
out her
for the
belly.
fucking news. I work for the news, and she names them.
She does. She gives the call letters of the channel.
Like that, she would have been okay if she didn't do that.
You know,
I don't know. Somebody would have recognized her. Are you kidding me? The video. Somebody would have. Although drunk reporter goes a lot farther than drunk lady. Somebody would have recognized her in Philly. It's too big a market.
I feel like that too. I think somebody in Philly would have seen it. But the fact that she said it immediately, the first person who saw this video Googled the station and found her photo and turned this into a giant story.
There's no time for something else to happen.
Yeah,
like, there's no time for a London attack or something overseas to happen that like makes the news. Oh my God, we're focusing on this.
Because you're right. Yeah, if there had been a bigger national story and somebody in Philly just found it, this could have been a local story. And if it was a local story,
she still would have got fired.
She would have gotten fired, but she could have gone to another market and been like, yeah, da. You know, the fact that this becomes a national story and there's this video behind it and it's very Googleable makes it. That's what's going to make it.
She's not even bad. What'd I do? My ass and my tits aren't hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, if my titties were hanging out, you wouldn't arrest me, right? If my tits were hanging out.
Oh, This guy just wanted to get her home. I don't know if it's her boyfriend. He's not acting like her boyfriend because he's being too...
Yeah.
Either that or he's just had dealt with this before. He's not entirely comfortable with her because she's a cute reporter. Whoever this guy is, he's got this cute reporter to go out with him. And now she's getting arrested and ruining her life on her date with him.
And he saw Will with the camera, and the guy, oh no.
Yeah, and he
no,
can't go over there and tell Will because Will's in good shape.
Right.
And
yeah.
Will boxes.
Yeah.
So Will's not a guy you can say, put that away, motherfucker.
I bet you they went on a date. And she was having a couple drinks, and he was thinking to himself, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to end good.
Now she's loosening up. She's probably laughing too hard at the comedians, reacting
The
to stuff.
sex jokes. I do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like he
Yes,
probably touched her
yes.
leg and she didn't push his hand away. Like, all right, this is perfect.
And he's like,
Right.
I'm going to get the chance to fuck this reporter chick.
Yeah.
And then she was like, one more shot. And he was like, okay, we'll do one more. One more.
Are you sure you got to get up tomorrow? He's probably saying that.
Yeah. Just like that, right?
Yeah, you got to get up tomorrow.
No, we're going to do one more because we're having a good time. One more dose of fun juice.
And then what she says would, I crossed the invisible line, motherfucker. I'm fucked up.
She has one more shot, and she's just like she's laughing and then yelling at the stage, hey, fuck you. Oh, no.
You ought to bring me up there.
The guy's just like, oh, no.
God damn it. Womp, womp.
They're asking her to leave. The guy's like, okay, we're getting kicked out, but maybe we're going home now, away from the bar. Everything will be fine. I just get her in the car. We'll go home. We'll have a good time. And then she starts cursing at the police, and he's like, oh,
Why is this happening? This is-
no.
I'm really like this drop dead because I really tried spitting in his face.
There's video of it.
Punching it earlier. Will you write that down?
Do you have ID in your bag?
Yes, I do, sir. I'm not a fucking hood rat.
I'm not a fucking hood rat, she says.
You know what that means? You know what that means? I could have, but you're a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, she's
You're arresting
starting.
me for no reason. You're arresting me for no reason. That's why I hate you. I did not spit on him. Show video. Show video of me spitting on him because I didn't. I didn't spit on him. I didn't spit on him just like I'm 6 inches from your face, motherfucker. You wanted to arrest me from the minute you met me.
What I did, I just wanted you to leave. And I think that's all they want.
I wanted to leave too, but I want my $70 back, doll.
Doll?
She could have left.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do anything. That's why.
Wait.
Did you hear a waiver?
Yes. That's why, because she's starting to be like, oh,
This is out of
no.
my control.
She's been in handcuffs long enough that, like, first the booze is wearing off. Like, you get like for
A
moments.
moment.
A little bit of clarity.
Oh no, what's happening?
Did it sound like she was going to cry there? It did a little
Yes,
bit.
yes. If you go back just a little bit, like 10 seconds, you'll hear it.
What do you think?
I think it's also because it's when the guy says, I just wanted you to leave. And she was like, yeah, but I wasn't going to leave without my $70. And I think there might be this little, synapse in her brain that fires and goes,
I could have avoided all this.
you just threw your career away for $70.
That's right.
$70. You gave up. Like, you probably went to journalism school. Television is a dying industry. There's not
Yeah.
that many jobs. But you managed to get your ass on the news, on the local news in Philly, which is one of the top markets.
She's sexy, though.
But you wanted your $70.
Fat rump, big feet,
But guess what?
and she drinks.
A lot of guys have accepted a lot of bad behavior from her.
You bet they have. Do
Don't you think so?
you think she's done this before?
Oh, yeah.
Many times. I've dated Philly girls. I know this attitude.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I've said it before. They're they're beautiful, but they're the fucking worst cocktail. The worst.
Could you see a scenario, though, where maybe you would try to put up with this behavior for a little bit?
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
it's like I've had such shit experience with these Pennsylvania girls.
Yeah.
They're flakes. They're full of shit. They act like they're going to do something they never do. The worst.
There's definitely, I don't know what it is in Philadelphia, because I was born and raised right outside of Philly. There's something that just makes people crazy. I mean, look at how they act towards their sports teams.
Yeah.
It's just, there's something in the water there.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Batteries at Santa.
You met me.
Actually, you know what I did? I just wanted you to leave. And I think that's all they want.
I wanted to leave too, but I want my $70 back, doll.
They're not going to give you your money back right now.
Because I didn't do anything.
There it is.
Yep.
Why?
ass people.
That's all, boy. She has flown by on those good looks on pretty ass people.
Prejudice against beautiful people. Oh, she thinks she's very, very pretty.
This fucking dope thinks the camera is helping her. She thinks that the cop's being recorded.
Yeah, the cop is on. That's what she said. Oh, he's filming you. No, sweetheart. He's not filming the cop.
What a dope.
Although I will say,
pretty ass people. She's not wrong.
Comedy is the only art form where, like, you go. It's the only place in show business where you go and you see somebody on stage. When you're sitting in the audience and you see somebody on stage, there's this, like, aura about them. Like, that's the show business person. That's the star of the show, and I'm in the audience. Generally, in any other art form, you wouldn't see the person that you just paid to watch perform on the street filming you while you're drunk.
Absolutely. Videotaping you.
Like, it's like if you go to a Radiohead concert, I don't think Tom is going to be sitting there on the street videoing you as you're drunk and getting escorted out.
Yeah. But that's the difference, man. Comedy's an art.
What does that mean? That doesn't make sense.
I'm just being hardcore.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. It's a new character.
What's it called?
Doesn't give a fuck. A hardcore guy. I can't even commit to a name.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Neither can he, man. He's too dangerous.
He's too dangerous.
He doesn't commit to a name.
Pretty ass people.
That's the problem.
Pretty ass people.
Bad fucking cops and pretty ass people.
My mother was like this.
They're having that attitude?
Got arrested.
For what?
They had to cuff her feet, too.
What?
She was kicking.
Oh. They have to put one of those spit masks on her?
Yeah, like Hannibal Lecter. She's so chipper. I'm like the Silence of the Lamb guy.
Why'd she get arrested?
She was being wild.
Doing what?
She was juggling hams in the supermarket. She was zooted.
She got drunk and started juggling hams.
Yeah, she's like, "What's this, Chipper? I should have been at the circus." And she dropped one.
Ms. Chipperson, you're gonna have to go. If you're not gonna buy the hams, you're gonna have to leave the store.
And then they lifted up a dress and some groceries fell out.
Oh, was she trying to shoplift?
No.
Then why were they?
It was a mistake.
Why were the groceries?
Someone put them there.
I see.
Now, let's finish this up. This is awesome.
Like you are fucking ass.
Putting the camera in her face.
Just raid their purse.
I know
Whether I put the camera or not, she's been acting like that all night. So it's not. The camera's not making her act like that. She's been acting like that all night.
Oh, good for Will.
last 15 minutes, yeah.
No, before that.
I know this girl. I ain't seen her.
Right, forward.
Yeah, I mean, here's what it is.
Ah, boy.
And this guy is trying. See, this guy's trying to get Will to put the camera down, but he can't menace Will into it because even though the guy's big, Will's like I said, you can't tell Will just put this down because he probably wouldn't.
No.
But
what's great is
the guy's trying to help her. Like, dude, the camera's making her fucked up.
And he's sitting there and he's going, "I know this girl. This isn't what she's like."
He said that to her?
That's what he's saying to Will. Yeah, like, I know this girl. No. And in the background, as he's saying that, she's going, "Doesn't it look like I pay fucking taxes?" And it's like, you're not helping me.
He's dragging her away to jail.
You're not helping, and he is. He's as he's trying to get Will to put the camera down. The cop, is taking the reporter to his car so that he can bring her to the police station and arrest her. She could have gone so differently.
I love that Will's following her. Oh, boy.
She's yelling as she walks up the street.
And here's the thing. Don't be surprised if she doesn't turn around and try to sue the club for serving her when she was impaired.
Right.
Don't be surprised. Now, that may be worse for her to do in the court of public opinion, as they say.
I probably will, but she'll probably also be in a position of desperation.
Didn't the article say that she had drinks while she was bartending?
Bartending? I don't know about bartending.
Yeah, scroll down. Scroll.
Well, she has apologized. In her original Facebook post on the internet, she claimed to have had only one drink, but she admitted to having a total of 5, including 2 shots, an hour before the show, and some while she was bartending earlier on Sunday.
So she bartends at, it's another job, okay.
Yeah, so she was bartending before she got to the comedy club. So she was drinking before she got there. So on Facebook, she was like, I only had one drink, but she had like at least 4 or 5.
She said, I want to apologize to the officer. I don't remember the whole altercation at all. I remember feeling attacked. I would never talk like that. It was like watching a whole different me. Yeah.
She said, I feel awful. That's not me or how I speak or how I talk or how I was raised. I had to delete all of my social media because I'm getting threats.
The threats, first of all, so threats on social media, welcome to the club.
They're not real threats.
They're not real threats. We all get them. I've been threatened on social media. I've been threatened in email.
I believe that.
Go fuck yourselves. Everyone's like, oh, they're threatening me. Shut up.
Yeah, they're not. They're not going to do anything.
Peckers.
Just tweeting.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so she says that this isn't me. This isn't what I talk like. That's probably part of that is that fucking Philly accent coming out. She's like, that's not my accent.
Yeah, it's not me. Who is that girl who talks like such an idiot?
Yeah, no, that's you. That's you. That's the real you. I kind of believe that when people get like...
She's a twat, but I also feel bad for her. I do feel bad for people when they wreck their lives with one stupid night. Even though I know all the other stuff, it still could be any of us. Like, any of us could have one too many and fucking do that.
But that's... or just make a bad decision. It doesn't even have to be alcohol all the time.
That's right.
It could be rage. It could be whatever it is. That's what always amazes me. That you just made one decision. One bad decision. That if you had changed one thing at the beginning of that interaction, today everything would be fine. But you didn't change the one thing.
Especially when it's avoidable stuff. Like when you're driving down the street and a truck hits you. I guess you could think, well, if I just ordered from Amazon, didn't go to the store. But if it's a stupid decision, like I could have just walked away.
Yeah, you made a mistake.
But you know what? Because the thing is, we never see the other side. Like there's a lot of times in life where I've made more times than I make the right decision, and you've made the right decision. Mm-hmm. Like how many times have I walked away? Like I've walked away from so many dumb moments where I see things getting weird. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna leave, or I'm not gonna pursue that, or I think this person's crazy. I'm not gonna fucking deal with her anymore. How many things like this do we avoid in life that we never see? Like how many right turns do you make where you never get to see that it played out in the other screen?
Right.
Where, oh my God, did I almost fuck everything up 50 times?
Sure.
Wow. How many times have I been on the radio here or been mad at management? I've been mad at management before, like for real mad. And I bite my tongue and I don't say what I really want to say. And I'm like, fuck it, deal with it. It's like we always have these little things where one shitty decision would ruin everything.
Yes. Yeah. And all it takes is one, too. It doesn't matter that 50 times you did the right thing or 50 times you were like, yep, I was able to make the decision that led me to just going home.
But at the same time, it's not even the decision that got her fucked. She could have made that decision 10 years ago and probably would have kept her job because there was no video. There was no YouTube.
Right.
It's this world where...
but that's why the
you're
decision
being filmed.
Yeah,
but yeah, like
the
I get that,
decisions are even bigger now.
Yeah,
but we all kind of are. I'm sorry, Charles.
If she did that 10 years ago,
she'd be fine.
She'd be fine. She'd call her boss in the morning, say, "Yeah, I had too much to drink." Blah blah blah.
There might be a couple local people that are like, "Oh yeah, I saw her," and they're exaggerating a little bit.
Yeah,
it
would be
really
a he
like
said
that.
she said thing.
Yes,
but the difference is now. We all know the rules with this. I have different feelings when it comes to teenagers, like somebody really young. Like, but it's like we all do know, especially when you're a reporter.
Yeah.
And like you live with cameras at your job, like you know what this is, and you see a camera pointed at you. Now someone is saying he doesn't like. She kicked the cop. It wasn't on video. I don't know why. Dan in New York. What's up, Dan?
Hey Jim. Hey Sam. Good morning.
Hey. Good morning.
So I know this guy who filmed it is a comedian, probably a friend of yours, but these are the type of things I disagree with. Like, why should he go ahead and film this and post it to, YouTube and get millions of hits and ruin this person's life? She doesn't deserve it. She got what she deserved. She went to jail. I just find it kind of, disgusting that someone takes pleasure in ruining someone else's life.
I do agree with you about the pleasure thing, but then there's the other side of it where it's like she was acting like a horrible cunt in a public place. This was not like Donald Sterling shit. Those were recorded privately in his home. Mel Gibson was being a complete jerk off, but it was also one-on-one. She knew she was being filmed.
I also think that Will himself was probably filming it because he had more of a reason to, because she was acting up in the comedy club.
And he thought it was going to go racial. And also,
like he was probably pissed. He was probably pissed at her already because she was talking shit while he was performing.
Yeah, she was being a dick during the show too, sir.
So he had a point of anger, point of contention.
I understand that point, but even so, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's necessary to try to gain some popularity by posting this video.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on it too. I know what you're saying.
There's a second chance, and she's probably drunk, and she doesn't understand what's fully going on. If she would have injured the officer or did something violent,
she did. She did. She kicked him, but it wasn't on video.
And
she
also,
did kick the cop, and she spit in a guy's face.
And she's a reporter on the news.
Yeah, dude, she spit in a guy's face.
She's a public person.
She makes a living going after people for stuff like this, or her company does.
Yeah.
And she knew she was being filmed. It wasn't like she was having a private moment where they caught her saying, like when Ariana Grande got caught saying that dumb shit at the donut shop or whatever, like being a little. It's like that was a private thing with a guy. It was overheard. There's a difference between that and someone who knows she's being filmed and is being loud and being a cunt in a public place.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough, guys.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're on the street too, that's fair game.
In a way, yeah. And again, it's not like Will snuck up behind her and held the camera behind her while she was having a chat, walking away, going, "That fucking cop's a piece of shit." It wasn't like that. It was like he was holding the camera in front of him, and she was acting like a douchebag. And apparently, he didn't even get the worst part, which was her kicking the cop.
Yeah,
at least that's what the allegation is.
Yeah.
So
you see Bill Maher's not getting fired.
No, and he shouldn't be. It's great.
Yeah. No, I think HBO's doing the right move, especially he made a mistake. He apologized for it. I'm sure he feels like shit.
He improv'd a joke.
Yeah.
He riffed a joke. And he's having some black guys on this week. One's a professor who thinks that the N-word should only be for black people. Stop with that fucking rule. Stop with it. Stop with the N-word should only be for black people. It's annoying. And here's why it matters. Because the argument becomes, what do you just want to say it? That's a bullshit argument. What I don't want is if I improv a joke or if I have a great joke with it or whatever, you don't want your career ruined over something that the same people who ruin your career won't criticize a rapper for saying. That's the problem. It's not that, it's such a terrible word. It's the same people that will get angry at you for improving it as a joke will not get mad at Michael Fassbender for saying it in 12 Years a Slave. They will not get mad at an actor for saying it. They won't get mad at an author for putting it in a story. So go fuck yourself with this 50 levels of rules for one shitty word. It's an awful word. We all know the history. I get it. But when I'm looking at TV and I'm seeing the biography and they're showing Richard Pryor and they fucking... They are covering the name of his album was Bicentennial Nigger. That was the name that Richard Pryor put on his record, and they're covering it. They're covering the word that this comic genius put as the name of his album. It's like it's out of balance. It's fucking crazy.
Didn't Pryor kind of regret at the end how much he used that word though?
He did. He said he had a revelation about it, and he wouldn't use the word again. He did. He actually felt really bad about the way he had used the word. You're right. He said that after he went to Africa.
Do you think that there's any? And I'm just playing devil's advocate, but do you think that there's any argument that like words that affect a community, the context of it is different when it's said within the community as opposed to
100%
outside of the community?
100%. It's almost like the word cunt means a lot worse here than it does in England. Of course it does. And of course there's less of an effect. But the social effect should be, if you're a white guy and you're going around saying that to people, you're a racist. And people should know you're a racist. And to me, that's a shitty thing for people to know you are.
Yes.
Like if you're legitimately a racist, when I was growing up, this word didn't have the weight that it has now. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, the N-word.
Well, I think
I didn't say it to my friends because I knew it was a rude, shitty thing to say, and you'd probably get punched in the mouth.
The argument, and that's really what the response should be. That's what Killer Mike said, the rapper. He was like, look, I like Bill Maher. If Bill Maher said the word to me, I would punch him in the stomach, and then we'd go smoke some weed together.
Yeah.
And that, like I'd still be his friend, but I'd punch him in the stomach and say, don't say that. And then he'd be like, oh, right.
But
I forgot about that.
and plus the out of balance reaction to me is phony. And it's a sign. It's the same thing that won't allow people to say Islamic terrorism. It's the same thing that if you do, Colbert does a joke about Asians, people pretend they don't understand the context that he was being sarcastic and not racist. It's fake. What it's based on.
I mean,
is
the Colbert stuff is was proven to be fake because it was just his critics that were pretending to be upset about it because they want him to get him thrown off the air.
But that was when he did that was cancel Colbert the first time.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's a legit whoa. We don't language police at all in this country, but this one we love it. It's just another way to get people in trouble. And again, I said I'll let black people make the decision. We can say it or we can't. But I don't want. There should be no rules that have fucking levels and subsets and umbrellas of who can say it and when they can say it. And here's the thing: the only people that get in trouble, it depends on who notices you saying it. Stop it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like if you say it in a joke and you're a popular comic, you can probably get away with it, even though Bill Maher didn't. But there are comics that have gotten away with it. And then there's comedians, like if you say it at the wrong time and the wrong guy tweets it, you're in trouble. Go fuck yourself. 50 rules for the same word. We can say it or we can't say it. That's it.
Well, I don't know if it's rules so much as it is the context of where you're doing it. Like, I don't...
But the context doesn't matter because he's a comedian who is doing it in a joke form. And it's still in trouble.
And I think that that's why he's not getting fired for it, because they're like, yeah, like if an advertiser decides, well, I don't want to be associated with that, that's not like a rule per se. That's just this person who's spending money on a show saying, well, I just don't want to be associated with the bad press.
Society, okay, rules of social interaction. I don't mean rules that are written down, or because they won't write it down. I asked them one time in a meeting to write it down.
Who?
When I was in a meeting with Opie, with Anthony, and with Tom Chiasano, and the lawyers, the CBS lawyers. We were at a meeting over at CBS. We were doing a racial joke and stuff like this. And I'm like, I'll never forget saying, well, how come this guy could say that? And Tom goes, well, it's like they're the same. It's like when your brother says something about you if you're Irish. That was the example he gave. I think a comedian at the time had an ad on K-Rock, and he was doing some Asian joke because he was Asian. I think that was the point I raised. I'm like, that's fine, but what? And then he goes, the Irish brothers. I'm like, will you put that in writing? Will you write that down so you can't just fucking come back and fire somebody for making the joke? They won't put it in writing. So it's like this vague shit where if somebody complains and the complaints keep going and it's arbitrary, so it's vague. It's this smoke. It's just smoke. And if you happen to walk into the cloud of smoke, you're fucked. But if you stand outside the cloud, you're not fucked.
Yeah. I mean, but that goes back to the same thing that we brought up earlier, which was words being used within a community by the people in the community.
And when did I say this, by the way, Rich and Law? And if I did, I certainly didn't want a penalty for it. Yes, Rich.
Hey, hi, Jim. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to remind you. I thought of this yesterday when you were talking about this as well, that I guess you changed your mind on this. But I remember on one of your stand-up specials, you said you actually agree with the one PC rule that white people shouldn't be able to say the N-word, even if you're doing a Richard Pryor bit.
No, I think what I was talking about, dude, I've never once said people should be penalized for saying it, ever.
No.
There's a huge difference between saying, what I was saying is, you don't want to try, like the white guy who tries to get away with it. But that shouldn't be, you're fired for that. Cause I've seen white comedians do that too, where they just want to be the hip white guy that can say it to a black guy and get away with it. But that to me was just being a fake, and that to me is what I was against, if I remember the bit correctly, because I kind of remember what I was thinking of when I said it was some comedian who had done the joke, and I felt it was gratuitous. Like you weren't saying anything, you were just trying to say it because then the black guy technically couldn't say anything. To me, that's a sneaky trap you don't want to fall into as a white guy. So I think that's what I meant, Rich.
Right. Well, also, and of course, then that was part of your, it was a joke. It was part of a routine, and now you're talking more, contemporary issues and stuff. But
yeah, and I've never wanted to see anybody penalized for it, dude. If you remember correctly, of course I defended Anthony in one of my specials. I also defended Donald Sterling. I've defended a lot of guys. I defended the Duck Dynasty guys for saying what they said about gay people. I always stick up for people.
Yeah, you definitely didn't mean that anybody should be penalized, but I think the joke was just that, it's like people, we don't come off well.
Fair, yeah, absolutely, dude. And I'm fine with black people not liking white people saying it. And I'm fine with people being uncomfortable with white people saying it. Mm-hmm. What I'm talking about is this next level of, you can't, you're in trouble. That's what the problem is. That's absolutely like I don't like when white guys when a black guy walks in the room and the white guy goes, "Yo, what's up, man?" That makes me uncomfortable because I think that's fake. It shouldn't be illegal. You shouldn't be penalized for it. But you look like an asshole.
But that's just about that. That's almost as offensive.
Thank you very much, Rich. I appreciate it.
That's almost as offensive as any word is.
Yeah.
To dumb down your speech and to change your.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. To dumb down your speech and to change your dialect because somebody's walked in the room. Why is that not like outrageously offensive? It should be, right?
Yeah, I'm sick of, and then people tell you about the history of this word. You're right. But if we as a culture said that this is the only word that nobody will say, because it has such a horrible fine. But it's not that way. Now you can't say midgets. Now you can't. And it's not that you want to say all these words. It's that there's a harsh penalty for saying all these words and they're career ruining words. Like that's where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ridiculous.
But it's not even about the words anymore. I don't think it's just about the culture of outrage.
Yes.
And because even if nobody ever said any of those words ever again, you'd still find a reason to get people in trouble.
Yes, you didn't react strongly enough when someone said a microaggression.
Exactly.
You weren't as angry as you should have been. You laughed at a joke that contained a microaggression.
Right.
Why don't we just admit what we are?
These are all triggering.
Yeah,
You're triggering.
We love just watching people swing by the neck. We don't like to admit that, but that's where all of this comes from. We love watching people get fucked publicly.
Yeah, that's true. There's this thing of, and I feel like it's ever since bullying became this sort of cause du jour where the word bullying is like the worst thing you could call somebody is a bully. It used to just be, bullies were in school and you dealt with them and you got over it and whatever. But now bully is like the worst thing and adults are called bullies and it's crazy. But when bullying became the worst thing you can do, nobody was allowed to tease anybody anymore. And so I feel like what happened was you started finding people that you could label as he's a bad person. She's a bad person. Well, when you say this word, it means you're bad. And when we find a bad person, we can bully them. There's a human instinct where you need to get this out. And the fact that nobody can pick on anybody anymore is making it so that, we have to find somebody doing something wrong so that way we can all gang up on him.
And there's a story now. Bill Maher's ex Coco Johnson suggests he may have used the N-word with her, but while they were together, but denies he's a racist and says he made a house nigga comment for shock value. Here's now because now they're going to his ex. He's used the word. Who gives a fuck if someone has used the word? I don't give a shit.
And I don't even think he was using the word for, the whole, it was for shock value. It wasn't shock value, because to say that Bill Maher dropped an M-bomb for shock value makes it seem like, 2 days before the interview, he's sitting there going oh yeah, and then I'm going to drop this word, and I'm going to get everybody talking. As opposed to a comedian who's trying a joke, and you could tell in the thing, realized right away, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Well,
that didn't work. Oh, no, that was too far.
That's where people are liars, because anyone who sees that story should say, so what? I can see people 18 and under may not have used the word or young, but anybody over 30, you're going to tell me you've never said it or thought it? Even in a stupid moment, maybe you've not said it angrily to somebody, but you're going to tell me you've never thought that word in relation to somebody in an angry way or said it but you're never going to get white people to admit that. Mm-hmm. Black people admit it. Hey, black people, have you ever had an annoyed thought at white people? Yeah, absolutely. They'll tell you the truth. White people? No, never.
I've had annoyed thoughts at people. I don't remember what ethnicity they were. I don't see in those terms.
Do you understand? The things that caused all these problems for all these years, which is white people being full of shit about race, pretending that things were equal when they weren't, pretending things were equal when you couldn't eat at the fucking, they're separate but equal. No, it wasn't. Black people were getting shit on. That same racial dishonest nonsense, it's the same shit that's forcing white people today to go, no, I've never thought a racist thing. Not me. No.
Yeah. You were around back then. You're like old people. You were there then. What?
Or even young white people who are acting like they just don't see it. It's this fucking weird guilt. At one point, it was an ugly thing, and now it's not based in ugliness or based in racial aggression. It's based in guilt. But it's like, when will white people just finally admit that there are racial thoughts and racial feelings you have and things that are unpleasant? It's okay. Just be truthful about it. When is that ever going to happen? Because all this nonsense happens because white people are afraid of being exposed. And they're afraid of having a real conversation with a black guy where they might say something that exposes them as being... So all they do is they fucking look at other white people and go, look what you said! Look what you said!
Right.
Fucking shut up!
Because if I can point them out,
Fucking assholes.
I'm good. If
Of
I can,
course.
No, because he said I wouldn't say that. That's why I'm so outraged. I would never. Can you believe that? Hey, brothers, can you believe what he said?
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
Do you think it gets better? Like, say, 20 years in the future, do we just go, you know what, stop with all this?
Never.
You don't think there's a bounce back?
Never. I know there's not a bounce. Not only do I not think there's a bounce back, Trump is in a way a bounce back.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. I think that was what I said. That Trump is the only.
He's an attempt at a bounce back, and like, if other politicians just weren't so PC, he wouldn't have been elected. But the fact that he's the only one who really isn't, people just go, "Oh, this is how sick of this mindset." That we're thinking, not about race but about all of it, just about this fucking blindness, this dishonesty. People are a little tired of people communicating,
and just
way.
Everybody being precious.
Yeah,
everybody's so precious about everything. You know, everybody's feelings get hurt so easily.
And this is another myth too. Yes, hello, Jack in Florida.
Is it about my penis?
Yeah, being I couldn't think of a funny line.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
What's up,
get
Jack?
Another one.
Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, you just stole my thunder. You're right. Trump is the catalyst for this. What's great is I'm sitting back. I'm a combat vet right winger. You know, I have liberal tendencies, but I'm watching you guys eat each other. You're the lefty, not necessarily you guys. We are sitting back and just laughing. Now, when we say something right wing or politically incorrect, we have no repercussions now because we're expected to. We don't care. Trump's our man. He's got our back. It's sort of that atmosphere going on now. So now you lefties are eating each other and it's gobbling each other up. It's a feeding frenzy of who's going to out PC each other.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Jack. But by saying that's part of the problem because it's not just the left. The right just did it to Kathy Griffin. I know the left went after her too, but the right relished in her downfall the same way the left would relish in a conservative doing it to Obama's downfall. The right relish, they're not as politically correct.
Yes, relish. They relish. Like I said, they're relishing it. But her own left is the only one that terminated her. CNN.
Hold on. Okay. No, but I'm saying it's not about being a liberal or conservative. It's about who we are as people. He's saying
because I think he's saying the right is eating their own.
No, he's saying the left is eating their own, and the right is more relaxed and just enjoying it.
Oh.
But they're not more relaxed. They're also just as big a part of the problem. They're just not as much on political correctness, but they target you as much as they can. They try to nail you as much as they can. They pretend they were outraged at Colbert. Who do you think just ran after
Keep believing that, Jim. We're letting you guys eat each other. Trust me.
Okay,
you guys are firing. Yeah. You keep believing that. We're enjoying it. We're tweeting about it.
And you're saying that. And you're saying you guys like I'm a liberal police. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the powers that be and the left-controlled media, which is 95%, left-leaning Jewish-controlled. You know that.
Oh, the Jewish control. Okay, so you should just say like it's not about
when you
the
say
Jews.
White, when they say white guys, like Jewish people exclude themselves from the white population. Just ask them.
Oh my God, Jack, look,
when they say white, that's code. That's code for white Christians.
You can get see now. This is what your agenda is.
Don't get scared, guys. You won't lose your job.
You're not scary, Jack.
I get it.
Jack,
wink, nudge, nudge. We got you.
You're not scary. There you go. Now he hangs up. You're not a scary guy,
Jack. You're not.
You're allowed to talk. You hung up because we were letting you talk.
Yeah.
You're just full of shit.
Because it takes you...
Another fake maverick who thinks he's really telling some truth. You could call back. You're not a scary guy.
You don't think he nailed you?
No.
It takes 45 seconds to devolve into ridiculous conspiracy theory nonsense.
But that's that full of shit attitude. That's that we're sitting here just relaxed. And then he jumps off the phone.
Of course he does.
Wow, that was really relaxed, Jack.
And I'm sure...
Whoa, the Jews did it. Donna!
Right.
Shut up.
And I'm sure he's also the same guy. I'm being accused of having white supremacist ideals. Can you believe that? Not me. I just call it like it is.
Ugh. But again, that fake I'm in the position of moral authority. That's just a code word. The Jews are
Yeah.
Shut the fucking conservatives.
As if it's not the same on both sides.
When it came to Stephen Colbert making that Trump remark, the liberals were fake because if that was about Obama, they would have fired him. And the conservatives were little fake cunts because they're the ones that went after him in outrage. So you're the exact same, Jack, and you've separated yourself thinking you're this unique, different guy.
I see it.
I see it. No, you don't, because you just jumped off the fucking phone. No one hung up on you.
No.
No one was doing wink, wink. I just don't agree with you. I think that cornball, the Jews did it attitude is just fucking weak and it's stupid.
Of course
That's not
stupid.
scary.
No.
Ugh. There's nothing worse than a guy who thinks they're being a truth teller and then they jump off the phone.
Right.
You're not this fucking brave truth teller, stupid.
I
believe
got
you
it
guys
on the
hung
air.
up on him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Kevin. Yes. What's up, Kevin in West Virginia? Oh, now.
Well, I was going to remind Jim, first of all, that he defended Paula Dean for what she said 30-plus years ago.
Yes, I did.
And Jack's not a conservative. He's somebody pretending to be a conservative so he can be outraged. And I will tell you, I'm 48 years old. I have thought it. I have said it. I have told people that I said it to back in the day. Now that I'm older, that I wished it never come to that. I have evolved since that time because times have changed. I try not to use it, but I've been put in positions since then that I have used it. It was appropriate for when I have used it since then. And you're right. Everybody, conservatives, liberals, progressives, libertarians, they all have the same damn flaws. That guy, he's full of shit. Jack is. He's not a conservative. Day-to-day conservative, the word Jew, the N-word, the S-word, the honky word, none of that goes through our minds. We're just worried about getting out there and making a living like everybody else.
Well, some of those words go through our minds. Let's be honest. All right. Thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate your call and listening. We have to break soon, but before we do, Jack has called back, so we'll take Jack's call again.
Why?
Well, because I don't want to get into a whole Jew conspiracy thing, Bobby Fischer, but I will talk to him if he wants to say clear the record about anything. Yes, Jack.
I don't know. I heard you maligning me. I had to take care of business. I do have a job too. But go ahead. I mean, yeah, you used one word and then you then ran off on that and you excluded everything else I said. Nice smoke screen, nice diversion.
That's why
it's not going to work.
Jack, that's the problem. Jack,
the fact is we're watching you guys. We're watching you guys just implode after the election.
Who's you guys?
It's just marvelous.
Who's you guys, Jack? Jack, who's you guys? Who's you guys?
Everybody who's not a Trump supporter. We're just watching you guys implode.
Everybody who's not a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
You're watching everyone implode.
Don't you see every day in the media there's some ridiculous PC thing happening?
Yes,
people losing
yes.
their jobs. You guys just spent the whole morning talking about it.
Yes, dummy. So what are you doing acting like you're calling us, reading us the Riot Act when we've been saying that for years? I've been saying that for fucking years.
I commented on it, and you didn't like my take on it.
Because it's getting off the subject.
Like you're the only one who can have a take on something.
You can have a take on it, but when you're going to talk about the Jewish control, that's something that dummy says.
I said that word once. I mentioned Jewish people. It's a known fact that Jewish people own your network and every other network. You deny that?
To be honest with you, I don't know who.
Thank you. That pause said it all.
Jack. Hold on, fake Maverick.
Jack, hang on.
I don't know who owns SiriusXM because they got bought out by Liberty Media. So I really don't know who owns SiriusXM. I don't know.
Well, just
who owns it? No, I'm asking you.
What's your boss's name? What's your boss's name?
My boss's name is Scott Greenstein.
Sam Roberts.
He doesn't.
I thought it was Jason Ellis.
Yeah, Jason Ellis is the boss's name. Jack.
Jack, are you breaking the news that there's a lot of Jews in show business? We all know that.
Get him and get Jason Ellis off this channel.
Jack, who owns SiriusXM? I'm telling you, I don't know.
The Vagina and Bitch Show too, please. Will you please?
I don't know who owns SiriusXM. I genuinely don't know.
And Jack, before we talk about like
is Ted Turner Jewish, by the way?
Hold on. Hand me that, please. Hand me that.
Okay.
Oh God, Ted Turner, you had to reach.
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking. He's the guy who owned the media company.
I don't know. Probably
is he a
not,
Jew?
but then again,
hold on.
He could be.
Is he a Jew? And
Who's the president of NBC?
No. You said
difference does it
owning
make?
the companies, and I'm saying, is Rupert Murdoch Jewish?
Yes.
John Malone owns Liberty Media. And hold on, Jack.
Hesitation.
Jack, hold on. Travis just spoke in my ear and said John Malone owns Liberty Media, and he's Irish.
Well, that's just a new takeover there. It was Rupert Murdoch, right? You just
Rupert, no. Rupert Murdoch never. Do you understand how you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? You talk about other people doing stuff, and look what you just did. Rupert Murdoch, first of all, I don't know if Rupert Murdoch is Jewish. He owns News Corp. He never owned Sirius XM, to my knowledge. I don't know who owned it before. John Malone, Irish, not Jewish. I asked about Ted Turner because he's another media mogul I could think of. I don't believe he's Jewish. Is he? If he is, I'll say he is. I don't know.
Ted Turner, not a Jew.
He's not a Jew. And Rupert Murdoch, is Rupert Murdoch a Jew?
One of them.
Okay, no, two. The one you mentioned.
Gerald Levin is the CEO of Time Warner. Michael Eisner is CEO of Disney. Edgar Bronson,
Eisner is CEO of Disney in 20 years.
Edgar Bronson, president and CEO of Seagram Company.
But why do you?
Sumner Redstone, chairman of Viacom. Dennis Zimmerman,
dude,
vice
there are
president of General Electric. Peter Chernick, president of
Jack, I don't want to turn you down. Stop talking over. I'm going back and forth with you.
You asked the question. You asked the question. You got an answer.
This is what your problem is. You want to win the argument.
Did I answer questions? Did I answer questions?
You didn't answer me about Ted Turner, and you didn't answer me about Rupert Murdoch, and you mentioned my company, and you're wrong.
You had me call back for this? God, you're embarrassed, aren't you? You had me call back to embarrass you?
Jack, no, you just
got to go back to work, fellas.
You do that, baby boy. You run on back to work. Is Rupert Murdoch? Is he Jewish? I'm looking at it. They're saying he is or he's not. I really don't know or care.
What difference does it make?
It doesn't make any difference. But it's a guy like this who calls up, and we didn't hang up on him. He's a dumb guy who has these conversations with people, and this is his method of argument. Did I tell you? Did I tell you? And I'm like, hey, dummy, I'm not your fucking wife. That's not gonna work with me. So, John Malone, Irish, and are there a lot of Jews in show business? Yes.
Yeah, he named a bunch of Jewish people. He got you.
But just don't say it because you've heard other people saying it.
It's also not like
it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Plus, the argument that Trump supporters are watching the non-Trump supporters eat each other is like maybe from like 6 months ago, but MSNBC has become the biggest thing in news, and Stephen Colbert is the biggest thing in late night. Like there's
and where's all the Trump supporters? And again, not even shit on Trump. Where's the brave Trump supporters getting Bill O'Reilly his job back? Like where's all that?
They almost lost Hannity.
Like you almost lost Hannity. Where are you guys?
Got Tucker though. He's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Crushing.
All right, well, let's take a break. We got Bill Burr coming in a little later.
Yeah.
I got some gigs coming up. I have what do I have coming up? I have end of June, Pittsburgh, June 30th, July 1st. Nashville is in the middle of July, and then Sam and I are going to be in Montreal, and then August the 5th, I am in the Borgata in Atlantic City, so I'm starting up the new tour. And
it's going to be fun.
Yes.
Montreal.
And the Chip podcast is up. It's doing very, very well.
Oh, and on
it's a hit.
On the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts podcast this week, we have who do we have on the
Lou Piniella.
Lou Piniella.
Oh, that was good.
Sweet Lou Piniella is on the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts podcast this week, so you can get it on SoundCloud and iTunes if you search.
All right, thank you, and we're back shortly. I don't know about you, but I feel much better after using the toilet.
You do?
I want to get to know our new interns as well. We have Anthony, who has been hired. He's actually full-time, not an intern.
Yeah.
And we do have an intern for the first time in a long, long time. And she's like kind of cute and bubbly. And she went to get... I'm trying to drink decaf today. I'm trying to get off the caffeine.
Hey.
Like so... But I had a couple of sips of the cold brew, and it was caffeinated. So I was like, maybe to get a decaf iced coffee.
Are you all wiry now?
Not all wiry. Wait, was that regular coffee decaf? It was, I think.
What,
I don't brew?
The first one.
The first one was decaf.
Thank you. Well, didn't they buy them together?
Yeah.
Jim Norton.
But
no, I want to make
diva.
I want to make. I'm trying to work on this thing. I'm this adrenal fatigue, which is really what I think I have.
Why don't you just drink water?
So I like coffee. I'm used to it. I'm not ready just to quit that ritual yet. I'm too addicted to it.
Lemon water. Dr. Ian said it.
I'll drink lemon water, but not in the morning. You got to drink, I want to feel like I've been the same thing I've been drinking. I drink a lot of decaf at night, too.
If you want to drink the same thing you've always been drinking, just have Troy jerk off into a cup.
Way too long.
I know. I didn't want to just say cum. It seemed like...
delicious.
Don't pause.
That went nice and quick, huh? By the way, speaking of nice and quick... how much the man is Jerry Seinfeld right now? Is he not maybe the greatest living comedian?
Well, I told you a long time ago that there was that story at the Cellar where Seinfeld didn't want to touch the person who wants to take the picture with him. He just can't do it. He doesn't like it, and he can't pretend he likes it. He can't pretend he's comfortable with it.
He also, I mean, he's in such a beautiful spot in his life, and has been for many years, where he's okay being an asshole.
Yeah.
And you can just see it on his face. Like, he enjoys him. Seinfeld is a Seinfeld fan.
He doesn't have to do
Seinfeld.
anything for anybody.
And he doesn't.
No.
And he doesn't.
No. He enjoys himself. He's quite sure that he is on the right track.
Yeah,
And I admire that in a man.
He decided he wanted to do Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and like it was just an internet show.
Right. He's
like it wasn't like he signed to Netflix.
And not only did
I'm
he not
going to do this with my friends.
Yeah. And not only, but he didn't do a podcast. He didn't do, like, he just wanted to do, like, no, I don't want to do a podcast. No, I'm just going to do, like, a video show. It breaks Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, whatever, especially when it first came out, broke all the conventions. It still breaks any convention. Like, if a comedian came to me now and said, this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I would say that's not a good idea.
Pete Correale tried the same thing, interviewing in his car. I did one years before. But Seinfeld didn't take him. It was just different. Pete Correale had the idea long before Seinfeld did.
In the car, did he audio?
Yeah,
record?
It was like a video. I believe it was audio or video in the car, sitting in his Jeep. We did it. It was freezing outside. His fucking dumb Jeep was cold. But Pete was doing that for a while. I think it was video. I don't remember.
Did he get Obama to do it?
No, Obama
That's
said
the
yes,
trick.
but then Pete had me booked. But I mean, like, it's just Seinfeld just did it. Like, he just did it well.
Right. He's great. So last night, he's on this red carpet.
I've only seen one of his shows, by the way. Only one comedian. I saw the Obama.
Why?
I don't really, for what? I don't want to watch comedians be interviewed. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
But I watched the Obama one, and it was fucking great. Jerry was great.
Yeah, they're all great.
It was so good.
Yeah, it's a great series.
I'm sure it is.
He has another good series too. It was on,
Seinfeld?
like, yeah. It was like 20 years.
You haven't seen, how many episodes of Seinfeld have you
I've
seen?
a couple here and there, honestly. I'm sure collectively over the years, a moment here, you know.
So you think if you combine all the episodes of Seinfeld you've seen with all the episodes of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, more than 5 or less than 5?
Maybe 5. Maybe 7. You know, whatever.
Could be up to 7.
It's not, again, it's not. I was watching a bit of the pilot recently.
The Seinfeld pilot?
Yeah, the laundry thing. It's fine.
There's lots of good episodes.
I'm sure there are.
Not just the pilot.
Dude, I'm sure there's a million good episodes. It's just.
Did I tell you what the anesthesiologist said while my wife was giving birth?
No.
Well, I was sitting there, like, next to, because my wife had a C-section. And the anesthesiologist was this kind of creepy, handsome South African guy that my wife had a thing for.
Did she?
Yeah, especially when she was on drugs. And she was like, he's so handsome. I was like, I know, I got it. Your skin is so nice. Where are you from?
Was he
like,
black?
Okay. No, he was just like, I don't know what his makeup was, but he wasn't black. But so I'm sitting there and the curtain's up, when the C-section is going on, and I'm trying to talk to Jess, and I'm like, oh, we're in this like surgery room. I go, you know what this reminds me of? That episode of Seinfeld where Kramer starts he starts going to surgeries just for entertainment, and then the anesthesiologist ducks down in between our two heads, and he goes, "The Junior Mints episode." Classic. It's like, we're trying to have a baby here, Doc.
Yeah. I got the reference.
What do you need from me? You can get it on my Instagram.
It was right on the web. It's right there.
Yeah, no, I went to it, but it wouldn't pop
Troy
up.
is absolutely pitiful at
hang
Google.
on a second.
But it
I'm
says
not
watch the footage below.
He is no good at computers.
But it wasn't loading.
I can't believe that Troy makes a business with electronic dance music, because the first word in that seems like it'd be a huge issue for him. The electronic part?
No, the computer here is not. When I'm using shitty tools.
How come you never
I don't
complained
know.
about it before?
I feel like it may be operator error in
I
this
do.
instance. Yeah. No.
It's hard to just
Bubble
sleep
grunts
when you're
over there.
tired. Because
Jerry's doing a red carpet interview, Variety, David Lynch Foundation.
Yeah, so I guess it was some event for the David Lynch Foundation, and I was jealous of the radio guy who got to interview Seinfeld, who just happened to capture this thing.
Yeah.
So Seinfeld's doing the interview, and as he's talking, you'll hear Kesha approaches him. Kesha is, of course, the musician, very famous.
Singer.
Yeah.
It's hard to just sleep when you're tired because people are tired most of the time.
Gosh, I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
Look how happy he is.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that's Kesha.
Okay. Well, I wish her the best.
And he's just laughing at me.
He's so happy.
He had a good time with it.
He had a great time with it.
Not only does he legitimately not want to hug her, like you can see it on his face, but he's so happy with the way that he acted.
Yeah, and then you can hear...
Which he should be.
You can hear at the end of it when he's like the third one, and he goes, no thanks. Kesha just goes, and runs away.
So devastated.
That's absolutely, that's the most real moment of Seinfeld I've ever seen in my life. That was so great.
Yeah, he was not doing it. There was no show business etiquette in that man.
People say, well, he's being a dick, but it's like he didn't want to hug somebody, and it's like, I remember when Seinfeld came out and said, I think I'm on the spectrum a little bit, and then he kind of backed off on it. I think he is. And I'm not even shitting on him. I think he is to a point like where he just can't. He's just completely honest.
I'm jealous.
Doesn't want to hug someone.
That's really uncomfortable. I couldn't do it. I would hug anyone who wanted to hug me.
I wish I was on the spectrum like that. You know how proud of myself I would be if Kesha came up to me and she was... If Kesha came up to me and was like, oh, I love you, can I give you a hug? I would squeeze way too tight. Yeah. Not only would I hug her, I would squeeze her.
Don't
let go. I would not let go. I'd be like, oh, should we like exchange numbers? Or
I'd press my half a heart on her thigh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would be so proud of myself if I was able to go, no thanks. Nah, no thanks.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just really, I mean, she pushed for it 3 times. Can we watch it again? 3 times. I must have watched this. I watched it so many times to the point that Jess walked in. She was like, you still watching this video? Like, that's great.
And he's not even trying to be mean. He's actually just enjoying, like, he doesn't want to hug her, and then he just thinks it's really funny.
He thinks it's funny because she ran away. And then it instantly, the comedian in him kicked in where he goes, oh, that's so funny because that's so embarrassing for that person.
Yeah.
And he just got a kick out of it. You can see it in his face. He's like,
he doesn't care.
How great was that moment?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
It's hard to just sleep when you're tired because people are tired most of the time.
Gosh, I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
Loves it.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that's Kesha.
Okay. Well, I wish her the best.
He just laughs again. He giggles again.
Yeah, he's really enjoying himself. What
Is
a
he
great
like that
guy.
at the cellar? Because I have to imagine that like there's so many fans that just want to come up to him.
He'll talk at the cellar. He's always been a bit lightly standoffish, but you know, he'll like okay, hi. He'll say hi if someone says hi, but he doesn't really do anything he doesn't particularly want to do. You know, like if he's chatting with you, you know.
I would annoy him with so many Seinfeld questions.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time when...
I mean, I have one. Like,
What's the
right
question?
off the top. Why did that girl wear the same dress?
I don't
all the
know.
time. Like, did that come because so
I have no
many
idea
of the,
what you're talking about.
He dated a girl in an episode who wore the same dress every time they went out. Now, so much of that show is based on real life experiences. Like Festivus was a real thing, for instance, that one of the writers, his father, experienced or created.
For the rest of us?
Yeah, for the rest of us.
That's cool.
So,
oh yeah, that's a song.
So, the top of my list, I want to know: did that really happen to somebody? Was that a real experience for a writer, or a man hands?
There you go. And here's
someone saw an episode.
And you,
yeah, I know that one. Well, it was more than saw an episode. I felt them on my neck.
You wrote it.
I felt them on my head, back of my head.
That goes one of 2 ways. Either like, oh yeah, like he likes telling that story, like, oh, it's good that you picked up on that, or I don't know.
But I mean, and that's fine. Like that's a yes or no answer. Like, did that really happen, or did you guys like just come up with that?
You know what else is a yes or no question? Can I have a hug?
Yep.
No thanks. No.
I think Kent misunderstood me. Yes, Kent. Hello. I think you misunderstood me. Hello.
No thanks, Kent. No.
Hey, Jim. What's up, man?
Hi, buddy.
Insane.
Hey, Kent.
I was just wondering. I noticed that like a lot of times, when like someone will bring up something about like a comedy, like a stand-up special or like a comedian, and you're like, well, I don't really listen to that much or watch it that much. So I wonder if that was just something that like you do to not like maybe subconsciously like kind of hear a joke and not because I like DePaulo was talking about it last night. How a lot of people would like be, somebody was doing like Louis C.K.'s bit like word for word, and like that he honestly didn't know if the guy knew it or not. You know, it's just like you see something you picked up on it. I wonder if that was like
that is a very big part of it. You know, it's very funny you mentioned Louis C.K. I'm on stage now. I'm working through this whole thing of the N-word and the whole thing, and I quote Bill Maher's joke and about when people can say it when I want one set of rules. And I know Louis C.K. has a bit on the N-word, so I actually went on YouTube and I've never seen his bit, and I watched his bit to make sure I'm not going over the same area,
or to see if his is better than yours. Just use his.
I wanted to use his initially, but I'm like, would people notice? 3 million hits, probably.
Okay.
But no, I wanted to. Sometimes you want to make sure. So that's a guy I know has a bit on it, and I didn't know how old the bit was. His bit was very funny, but it's a different direction that I'm going in it. So I kind of wanted to make sure. But the point he makes about, hey, just don't say it because you're making people think it. A lot of people have made that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I would have made that point, but now that I saw him make it, I was like, now I'll have to go out of my way to not. I don't know what the fuck was that.
That was me.
So, all right, thank you very much.
Error.
But no, because you think that you want to ask me why I don't talk to comedians. I do talk to comedians. I just don't watch them. I love comedians.
So sometimes when people
I
are
didn't mean talk to him personally. I meant like listen to like stuff on TV and the radio and stuff.
Okay.
But because I know you hang out in the cellar soon or whatever.
All right, thanks, buddy.
But all right, thanks, man.
When people go, hey, Jim, do you want to watch this comedy special? You go, no, thanks. And they go, just real quick?
No, thanks.
No, thanks. Just a real quick one. No, thanks.
Just a little special.
I see your spectrum line of thinking, because the last hug attempt, Jerry actually walks away from her. Like, as in, like, do not touch
David,
me.
like intern David.
Do
Don't
not
touch
come in
me.
my personal space. However, whether it's spectrum or not, like, if that's spectrum, I want to jump on that spectrum.
Yeah.
Because I am only looking at that with great admiration and respect.
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
Great. I would love to get there.
I would too.
Just to a place where you don't give a fuck.
Too much of a codependent slob.
Is that you or me?
I'm speaking about myself.
Oh, I don't think you're a slob.
Well, so did you, but
Did you just say Jew?
No. By the way, we got the memo from the bosses.
Yeah.
The Jew talk.
We,
the bosses came down hard on us.
If you notice that segment 1 is a little shorter in the replay, do not be alarmed.
Yeah, the you-know-who's made us take it out.
That's right.
Speaking of Jews, they've done it again. Saudi Arabia, the whole swimming pool ad.
Oh, it's so great. I can't tell the difference.
It's like this, and again, people are so stupid. I tweeted last night, but I'm glad we're friends with Saudi Arabia because they're a cool country. Because I don't like Saudi Arabia. I don't like them. I don't like their the way they treat women. I think they're shitty. I don't think they're a particularly great ally. I think they sponsor terrorism. But then someone's like, what are you afraid to talk about Islam? Like, all you fake guys who think you're so brave. I've been talking about Islam for years.
Yeah, right. I haven't heard it.
Well, it's because you plug it in your ears because your Jew bosses tell you. You can't make a random joke about something without somebody thinking they're being this truth teller. This guy on Twitter with a fake name. Act like you're out there. Shut up.
That's what I mean. I thought you did the smartest thing ever when you stopped looking at Twitter replies.
I still look at them sometimes now, but only because I've enjoyed Twitter lately. Even when guys are being dicks, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing about the Caitlyn, when I did the Caitlyn joke and people accused me of being transphobic.
Yeah.
It was annoying, but I was like,
And then you got in a big fight with Twitter about Bill Maher.
But I didn't feel nasty about that. I didn't care.
Right.
I felt that he didn't do anything wrong, and I meant it. I didn't give a shit if black people got mad at it. I didn't care if people got upset with that at all. So there was this one guy kept coming after me, but he was not important to me. Like, I didn't care. To me, it's not even, the replies aren't bad. It's getting upset or annoyed. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was actually enjoying it.
So the story is that in Saudi Arabia, there's this advertisement for an above-ground pool, which is, for me, the only type of pool worth getting.
Well, no, because bees can nest under the rim. I've had that before.
Oh, I hate it when there's bees in the trap. So there was an ad for a Saudi Arabian hardware giant. And Twitter went crazy because they just use like a stock image that the company has of this photo, and it's of a family in the pool together, a man and a woman and 3 kids. But they used Saudi Arabian Photoshop to replace the woman with a Winnie the Pooh volleyball.
Like, what a shitty country.
But it's like, it kind of looks like 2 beach balls, one on top of the other, but one is under the water, which is impossible because they're inflatable, which means they float. So it's like a lady-shaped beach ball.
And not only that, but they have clothed everybody.
Yeah, oh yeah, and
Oh
they
my
added-
God, I didn't even notice that they were all wearing clothes in the pool.
Photoshop is not good in Saudi
I didn't even
Arabia.
notice that.
They added T-shirts to the children and to the husband, who are all in the pool. And the kids actually have long sleeve shirts on with their bathing suits, but it really is just they took the black paint tool and just painted in the shape of a T-shirt on their torso.
I did not even fucking notice that.
Yeah.
Jesus, like, I gotta say this. Are Muslim men that uncomfortable with the image of a woman? Like in a swimming pool?
No, that's a little much.
I just don't get it. I really don't get it. How that becomes such an upsetting thing for you. Like, what's the next step? You can't control yourself?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that it's all Muslim men either.
Saudi Arabia.
I mean,
Please.
it's like yes. When you go to the Palisades Mall, you see all the Hasidic Jews walking around
yes.
with like wigs on and stuff
You're right.
like that.
You're right. They do. I don't know if they're as strict about it with women covering as Saudi Arabia as Muslims are. But again, yeah, you're right. The Hasidic Jews do.
Plus, I didn't know they make the women dress up as beach balls.
It's fucking.
I thought there'd be some kind of swimsuit. They're like, no, we get these Winnie the Pooh beach balls, and we just shove the women in the beach ball.
But the funny thing is, too, the beach balls are allowed to drive.
Yeah, I had no idea how severe the dress code was. Like, if the little girls.
I didn't even catch that. Wow.
Can wear shirts in the pool, but the adult women have to dress up like beach balls.
Yeah, they can. So they just can't handle looking at an adult woman. It's too sexually.
But the beach ball hat business is huge over there. Where else? I mean, where else do they have beach balls that humans can fit into?
And why would they all be sitting there smiling and looking at a beach ball?
Guys, Winnie the Pooh, because they know their mom's in there. They're like, oh, mom's having fun in the beach ball again. They put people in the beach balls.
What a ridiculous culture.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous culture.
Maybe that's where my mom went.
She's in that beach ball, yeah.
She's in a beach ball. Yeah. Bouncing from dick to dick in the fucking... I couldn't think of the place.
That's okay.
Suck.
If you translate the text, these religious texts, word for word, you will see that God does not mind his people swimming. But his preference is that the women do so in human-sized beach balls.
Hey, can we? I want to talk to. Speaking of a woman, we have one now interning here.
Yeah, we wow, a lady.
Let's talk to her.
Where is she?
She's coming in.
Get
She's
her
very
in.
excited to come in.
You know what's great? It's Anthony's first week.
Yeah.
And this chick is such a little pistol. She's taking all his thunder from him.
Well, here's the thing I noticed yesterday when they were bringing. Hello, hold on a second.
How are you?
How are you?
Now I noticed that. What's your name?
Alina. Oh.
Hi, Alina.
Hi, Jim. I haven't met you yet.
That's nice to meet you. Yes, we have not met.
This is Jem. Jem, Alina.
Hi, Alina.
Alina,
You
Jem.
look great in blue.
Thank you very much. You're very peppy.
Thank you.
You're very happy. So now, you want to do broadcast for a living?
Yeah, I like talking.
You like talking.
Yeah.
And
I
where do you
wouldn't
live?
have guessed
Are you in
that.
New York? You're
I'm from Connecticut.
okay. Did you go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting?
No.
Did you go to any school for this?
I go to BMCC
What's
in
that?
Rebecca. The
Bowel
Community
Movement
College in
Community College.
Shit comes in and shit comes out.
Yeah, you never heard? It's a great
No.
place. Yeah.
Now, we noticed yesterday, because you're the intern, we noticed that Anthony was 2 days ago, walking the food down. He was carrying the food.
Yeah.
But as the intern, they didn't have you doing that. So has Anthony been helping you with your tasks?
Yeah.
Is he a gentleman?
Yeah, he hasn't touched me or anything.
No, he hasn't touched you. That's cool. But
Anthony, you passed the test so far.
is he flirty?
No, that's illegal.
Oh, okay,
It
cool.
is.
Boy, she's
It
really
is.
read up on the laws. It is illegal.
It is
So he's just
illegal.
being helpful.
Yeah.
Right. But he's carrying the stuff for you.
Yeah, like my bitch.
You know?
Like your bitch. Oh, cool. I like to get to the real you. This is very quickly.
Yeah.
You get to the real her like immediately.
You do, right?
Yeah.
So she thinks that Anthony's kind of being her bitch.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, like for me, I know, like when and Anthony's new, like when I was coming up, sometimes like I would almost treat the interns like my bitch, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Like I would avoid, like if an intern was like, "Hey Sam, you're gonna be my bitch," I'd be like, "You are mistaken by a huge margin."
How have you made Anthony your bitch so far?
He carried the food.
Right. Which is a huge bitch move.
Absolutely.
because-
Anthony's a paid employee.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like,
Salary. That's so
Anthony's like,
exciting.
I finally got full time, and she's like, hold the fucking bagels.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, yes, ma'am, yes,
He
ma'am.
got the coffee. He did that. He opened the door for me too. He lets me go in the elevator first, which is awesome. He's so cool.
But is he being a bitch or just gentlemanly? Where do you think it passes the line if he's being a gentleman, like letting you open, like, you know,
That's the
letting
culture.
you in the elevator?
That's the culture, by the way, of young women these days. They're like, it used to be. They wonder, all these chicks are like, chivalry is dead. Yeah, because you're calling us bitches if we're chivalrous.
That's a good point.
Weak. But,
Weak. You don't respect weak, do you?
no, ilky.
It's
I want a
icky.
man.
You want a man.
Yeah.
Not a
Good for you.
bitch.
No.
Not
Fair
so-
enough.
Like Anthony, not like a bitch like Anthony.
I'm trying to get him vagina, though. I'm very excited.
What's that?
I'm
From
trying
where?
to get him vagina. For my friends.
Oh, that's nice.
They can't touch me, but he can touch them.
Yes, and so can the host.
Yeah.
We can all touch your friends. Well, how old are they?
24 now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's
they're
fine.
legal. I wouldn't get you illegal. That's wrong.
No, now I lost interest. Yay. Okay, so he's being a bit of a bitch. What went past the line of being gentlemanly?
Right.
And into the bitch, and just pick your mic up just a little bit. Okay,
What brought him into bitch mode is the question.
Yesterday he was like, do you want to do the phones? I said no. And he said, okay. And then he kept doing it.
Why'd you say no?
I didn't feel like it.
You can't do that.
Yeah, what do you want to do if you
You're
don't want to
gonna-
do the phones?
No, I was sick yesterday. I didn't feel good.
Do you know what?
Sorry, we talk when we're sick.
Do you know what that attitude is going to bring you? Drunk on the corner yelling at a police officer, being like, I'm pretty. You can't do anything to me.
That's right.
But I'll be famous.
Not in a good way, though, but that's a famous where you can't get a job.
That's Kim Kardashian famous.
Not the reporter.
That's true.
If you do it the right way, maybe.
So wait, you didn't want to answer the phones because you were sick. What kind of sickness did you have that you could?
I
Because you
know.
have to do this job when you're sick. We have to.
I know. I had like a bad throat and I kept blowing my nose. It was gross.
Okay.
I had mucus.
So what did you? I do every morning. The fucking listeners hate it. But it is what it is. So what did you do when you didn't want to answer the phone?
I
What did you
took
want to
notes.
That's good. That's important.
do? Took notes where?
On my notepad.
No, but for what?
For like how to set up the studio again. I was reviewing what everyone likes, respectable rules, like little notes to me say have fun, smile at everybody, be cordial.
Who said smile at everybody? You don't have to smile at everybody.
Yeah, you do. It's nice.
If you feel like smiling, but you're not obligated to smile.
No, she said notes to herself.
Yeah, she writes her own notes.
Oh,
to
that was
herself.
not a note that somebody else gave her.
No.
It's just
Oh.
it's life tips
Yeah.
that she writes to herself. That makes sense to me.
So what have you noticed about the staff so far? Being that you're brand new, but you seem like you're pretty honest.
One of them's a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that he was a complete bitch boy, but apparently he's a bitch boy.
Yeah.
But a nice
can we?
one.
But we. He's only been here for 2 days, right? Can we replace him? Because I'm not trying to get any bitch full time
Yeah.
pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want some bitch in here.
Yeah.
What made you think he was a bitch?
He just let me be chill. I like that. Most people are like more commanding.
Okay, but you
But I
respect the
love
guy.
him. Oh yeah, definitely.
You like the guys more commanding.
Yeah. They're fun.
Okay, so what have you noticed about some of the staff, like from your brief interactions? Who have
Best
you,
staff ever.
You think
oh,
so?
good. I like the attitude.
Hands down.
Can
That's
do.
good.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
now, who have you interacted with?
Sam,
Right.
Travis.
Right.
Okay.
I got my bitch over there, and then Troy. Right, Troy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
and then
Yep.
Hot Dog. I touched him yesterday. We hugged. It was awesome.
Right.
Okay. Now, did
You know
you
what
initiate the hug? That
you know
could
what
be
Yeah.
inappropriate workplace behavior.
It was great. It was
Well,
like 2 seconds.
You tell me if this is inappropriate workplace behavior. I said, we were cleaning up the studio yesterday, and I said, Hot Dog, can you grab that for me? And our new intern said, oh my God, your name's Hot Dog? Is that your dick's name too?
Great dick name.
It is. I don't know. It's kind of a cheesy.
No,
dick
because
name,
they'd be
but-
like, oh, I need some buns, you know?
That's
Right.
true.
I think it would work.
Or mustard.
I don't know what that means.
You heard what I said?
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make sense to the context that, like, is.
Yeah, there was nothing to get.
Yeah,
It'd be like mayo, if anything, because that's like cum,
Fuck
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it does.
What?
So, all right, what did you notice about Hot Dog? Did you notice anything about him when you talked to him?
He's so cool. He's going on vacation.
Where's he going?
Dominican Republic.
You can try to find his dad.
Oh, okay. And how has Travis treated you?
I love him. We bonded about Disney World. And he has the cutest daughter.
Yes, he does. So you bonded about Disney World. Have you been there?
Yeah, I used to work there.
What'd you do?
I sucked my first cock there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow, as part of the job?
But it was with a coworker.
Was it
so I
Walt's?
guess
Where were you and who was he dressed as?
It wasn't a prince or anything, which is, they're all gay, which is like really sad.
So how did it happen that you sucked his dick?
I was dating him.
Okay, fair enough. How long were you together?
Like 6 months.
Did you do it
Okay.
in the park?
No, I wish. That'd been iconic.
that
It
would've
was
been-
in my apartment.
Damn it.
Basic.
So what did you do? What was your job at Disney World?
I worked at food. I
Food.
gave people food.
I
You
bet
gave people
did.
food?
Yeah.
And they gave you food.
Yeah. And I swallowed it.
How long were you dating the guy before you sucked his cock?
A week.
Oh, all right. That's
It was my first time. I was so excited. I'm very eager.
Were you 21, 20?
19.
Okay, so you were an adult.
Yeah.
And what did he do at the park?
He worked with me. He made the food in the back.
Oh, you're both food prep people.
Yeah,
And how long
we
did you date him for?
6 months. It wasn't worth it.
Was he your first?
Yeah, it was black.
He was black?
Yeah.
So did that kind of addict you to black guys?
I like anything.
You do? You don't care?
I ain't got no type.
Oh, good for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
So now, is there anything...
dicks.
Yeah.
You
If
just
it
like
fits,
dicks?
it ships.
What's that?
If it fits, it ships.
What's that?
It's not ships.
Oh.
SH.
So now, do you have a... was there any difference between the black guy's penis and the next one you had?
Yeah, the other next one was so small.
Oh, no.
So bad.
Oh,
It was like here's my Steve's, and then this is
Snapple bottle and the small one. Oh no,
Yeah.
she started with a Snapple bottle.
She started with a Snapple bottle,
Oh,
and then the
no.
other one was a
Yeah.
pint-sized water bottle.
Oh no! So did the
boy.
second guy know about Steve?
no, you can't do that. That's not nice.
Well, just to some of us you can. We love hearing it.
Jim enjoys that type of talk in the bedroom.
Yes, I would love to hear about the prior ones. But so the second guy,
Yeah, I know you would like to hear about the prior ones.
So you didn't tell the second guy about the first guy.
No, nothing. And I mean, he known about him. I was like, oh wow, your dick's smaller. I was
Oh
like,
no! It was a disappointment.
It was a disappointment. Still did it twice though, but it's still a disappointment.
Did it feel worse?
No, I felt like a dick.
But it felt not as good.
No, not as good. Not as Oreo-y. More butterscotchy. He was Spanish, so tan.
Oh, Spanish guy.
Oh, I see.
So you've dated all kinds: black, white,
Listen,
Spanish.
Anything.
You don't care.
No.
Like a rainbow
If
coalition.
you're hot, you're hot. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Taste the rainbow.
That's right, and you have.
Yeah.
And who were you raised by? Like, were your parents pretty open-minded, or were they?
Oh no, they're strict as fuck.
Oh, see, what happens when parents
Yeah.
are too strict? They fucking force you out into the world, and you're like, I'm going to do all this stuff I'm not supposed to do.
Yeah, mouth open, legs open.
Good. I like your attitude. That's I hope you put that on the intern application. And Travis saw that, and he's like, this is the girl.
I went Disney World. That's why he got me actually.
So, like, your parents are thinking, like, okay, you'll go work at Disney World. It's like the happiest, magical, whatever place on earth. This is going to be safe.
Yeah.
Our daughter is going to be our sweet little daughter. And you just go and start sucking black dicks.
Yeah, Disney World is now Disney World, as I called it. That's what I used to say.
Good for you. What a trooper you are.
Yeah.
So now, do your parents, do they approve or disapprove of your lifestyle? Not that it's bad, but I mean, you date different people.
My mom thinks that like I'm having sex all the time, but like I'm sleeping. Like
You are?
Yeah. I'm like she thinks like I tell her I'm going out for dinner. She's like, Alina, you're having sex. I'm like, Mom, I'm not.
Yeah.
Calm your tits.
She assumes every type of interaction you have or date is some kind of a fuck fest.
Yeah.
And it's not.
She gets her
It's
tits
not.
all worked up
It's
into
like
a frenzy.
every 3 months, literally. Like I finally get a dick in my mouth. It takes a while. It's like a lot of work.
Well, you
Why
probably
you
make it,
suppose?
but it's not a lot of work for you. You probably say like, all right, I'm going to be very particular here, and you try choosy.
Yeah.
That's
the last
good.
one was like a while ago though.
Who was he? Not his name, but like, how'd you know him?
I met him at a bar. My friend knew him, and I was drunk, and I really wanted dick in my mouth. So
I get that.
yeah.
Yeah, of course you did. Of course you did. That's why you stopped drinking.
So
So you were just like, okay, let me find that
it was
person.
in an alley, and then we went to his car. I did it twice.
You
Oh
blew
my
him in an
God.
alley?
Yeah.
Wow, if there's a good egg of the week award.
Yeah.
You
She's
blew
a-
him in an alley. Oh, you're awesome.
We somehow just went from like, oh well, yeah, you're picky about it. That's why. Like you're
Yeah.
picky,
Yeah.
and she's like, yeah, I met this guy at a bar and blew him in the alley.
Yeah, Miss Happy. I love this. I'm so happy to be a broadcaster. 10 minutes later, she's fucking eating Mickey Rourke's ass in Barfly. What a trooper you are.
Thank you.
But you're
forget
open
to
about
smile.
it.
Yeah.
And you are-
Always
you're
open. Tell your friends.
You're 24?
22.
22. So I guess I'm not saying your generation, but it's like sex positive. It's not like ashamed about it, or
Oh, I'm so ashamed. The moment after you came in my mouth, I was so ashamed.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh no!
And my friends, I came back to the bar. My friends were clapping for me, and the bouncer knew. I was like,
They knew what you had done.
the bouncer knew. He was like, he like poured at me, like gave me a wink. I was like, no. It was so
Why were you ashamed?
because I felt. I was like, because I.
She's
I
the
was
girl
my
that sucks
friend.
dick in the alley.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that might be the
Sure.
reason.
That's
It wasn't good, but my friends are proud of me. But
Well, I'll tell you one thing you have going for you in broadcasting. You're honest.
Yeah.
And that's such a refreshing quality. You're honest, and you kind of just say what you want to say. That's a great thing.
and not shy.
Not shy and funny.
Right.
And just being open and honest is very nice.
Yeah.
So does Anthony know these things about you? I kind of
Of
understand.
course, we talked about it the first one I met
Oh,
him.
okay. That's why Anthony might be being nice, because he's like, this one's.
He's gonna try. Maybe
She's a good egg.
He's like, if I put the work in, semester ends in August. You know.
What are you majoring in school?
Writing and literature. I want to be a TV screenwriter.
You want to be a TV screenwriter?
Yeah, I want to work for like James Gordon or Jimmy Kimmel, and then fuck all the stars that come on.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's a
Which
goal.
star do you want to
Smart.
fuck the most?
So, oh my god, I just saw The Weeknd. He's fat, but I want to fuck him.
Hold
I
on, let
wanna
me
fuck
guess.
Him skinny.
Who?
The Weeknd.
Who's The Weeknd?
Oh, Jim.
Jim, we did this already.
God damn it, Jim. You just...
I don't know.
You gotta. You're talking to the kids now.
Yeah, but
she goes, I just saw The Weeknd, and you thought she was talking about the time frame.
I've actually seen this guy before.
He's a very, very, very famous artist.
Not attractive, but somehow my
You like
vagina's
him?
tingling.
Yeah, no, I understand.
He's very sexual.
Very sexual.
Would you have fucked Richard Pryor?
No.
Really?
No.
Boo.
You would?
Yeah.
Bottom or top for you?
Whatever Richard wanted, out of respect. I probably couldn't get. I probably would lose my erection at top. I'd be too nervous because I idolize him. I wouldn't perform well.
I can't picture a young woman finding Richard Pryor attractive.
Are you out of your mind
anymore?
No. Not now. You're right. Back in those.
Back in those.
Yeah, I
days,
see this guy. He's not a bad looking dude. He kind of looks like
his music
young,
is very drug induced and sexual.
All right. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to fuck French Montana too.
Yeah, but that's
Who's French Montana?
Khloe
Is that Hannah's
Kardashian's ex-boyfriend. He sings Unforgettable. He came on stage yesterday.
Unforgettable?
And I almost came too.
You did?
Almost.
Wait, Unforgettable. Is he doing that stupid Natalie Cole's cover? King Cole? Whatever the fuck?
No, it's a good song though. But no,
he's
it's
a
like
rapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
French
don't know.
He's
Montana.
ugly too. But listen, when you're like singing
You like
to
the
me,
attitude.
He's dope.
Yes. And it's been a while, you know.
Okay.
So like, you get
French
what you get.
Montana has swag. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess he's ugly as fuck. Though.
He is. He's not an attractive man, but he's dope.
He has hits.
Yeah.
Exactly. He got hits for
He
days.
has hits. And it's also when there's something about attitude which makes people sexy or not sexy. And
I'll
that's,
tell you-
I
I'll
kind
tell
of
you what's
respect
sexy.
that.
That's how people like me. It's definitely the attitude.
Go to the one in the corner with the sunglasses.
The money.
Look, he's got money for fucking days. Like,
That's
some-
true. He's
some
casually just holding it.
Some people are like, "Oh, I'm going to talk on my phone." He's like, "I have a giant stack of money that I talk to like it's a phone. That's how much money
talks
I
to
have."
the dead president. See,
I
the
love
young
it.
kids say that expression.
Not really.
I'm gonna say that. That's cool.
Thanks.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm pretty in with the culture. I don't know a lot of like some of the names, but I know the expressions.
You're so cool. Jim.
Thanks. Oh, come on. She's good. This one. This kid knows.
So you want to, but you want to write for TV. You don't necessarily want to be a broadcaster.
Yes.
Well, I want to have my own TV show eventually, and I know I want to have a chair with my face on it. So when the guests come on, I'll be like, "Come sit on my face." That'll be my opening line.
That's smart.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. But I don't know what else is going to happen on the show. I don't know what's going to go on.
Do you want to write comic stuff or do you want to write drama?
Comic. I want to make people happy. I want to make them laugh.
Have you written anything?
Yeah, I wrote a screenplay last semester.
And what's it about?
It's about a presidential speechwriter that gets his love letter from his office crush mixed up with the State of the Union address, so he has to like spend time to go get it back.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a premise.
And you said it publicly, so I hope no one steals it. But then
I
again,
would be so mad, guys.
no. Here's what you do: it's an old school method. Immediately when you get home today, seriously, mail the screenplay to yourself and don't open it. Physically mail it to yourself because then you have a copy. There's ways to email it to people too, but physically mailing it to
I have
yourself
a
is
copy.
proof that you wrote it before a certain postmark.
Anthony's making faces, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Anthony doesn't have a screenplay.
That is actually a good
Anthony
idea.
does.
No, I know.
Nothing going
I
on.
heard him. Yeah, Anthony doesn't have a screenplay. He's too busy taking orders from the intern.
I love you, Anthony.
Anthony, don't you feel like you should command more respect than you are? He's just nodding. Do you think you?
How about Mike? I'll talk all.
Can you hear me?
No, you have to walk towards it.
Oh.
These are the basics, aren't they?
He's so cool.
Would you have walked
I feel
towards
like
the
I'm
mic?
afraid
Yeah,
of.
Yeah.
I'm close.
What's that?
We're next to him.
You feel like
I feel
what?
like I'm Fredo.
Yeah,
Why, Fred?
Smart. I want respect,
but
but I have no respect.
right.
We respect you.
How did you feel when the brand new intern was like, "Oh yeah, there's my bitch in there next to Travis"?
Yeah.
Off guard, but you know, we roll with the punches here.
Okay,
Yeah, I like that. He's got a positive
He
attitude.
took it
does.
immediately.
I love him.
he does.
He's so nice.
He's so funny, dude. Anthony, all Anthony does is run around smiling, and he's like, "Hey, Sam, you believe how peppy this one is?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?"
Exactly.
Like, you're the same dude.
So now you didn't want to do something when you were sick, but are you a hard worker? Like, well,
Yeah.
you have to do a lot of things you don't want to do, and there's a lot of shit that's, they say it's not employment. They call it employment, not enjoyment. Sam and I say that a lot.
You just said it's not employment.
I meant to say it's not enjoyment, it's employment. Employment, not enjoyment. My friend Ray said that many years ago, and I kept it.
Where'd you know?
In my back pocket.
Where'd you know Ray from?
A sober program. So
Hope Ray's doing well, by the way.
me too. I hope he hasn't killed himself. I believe he's still doing very well. So you're willing to do things you don't want to do though, like work things, and there's like a lot of grunt work and bullshit.
Yeah, I'm
and
excited.
By the way,
good, okay.
that's how Bill Cosby started his conversation.
really is.
too. You're willing to do
Yeah.
some things you don't want to do, write some work
And
stuff.
are you
know.
thirsty? Yeah, no, but I mean like stuff behind the scenes that Anthony might need help with. You want to
Right,
make
totally.
sure.
Or if somebody needs to give you something to relax, you'll take it.
I love it.
Okay, good.
Without any questions. Without any questions.
Do you know Bill Burr is coming in? Do you know Bill Burr?
No.
Oh, he's a funny comedian.
Yay! Get to laugh.
Okay, you enjoy Bill. You enjoy comedians.
Who are your favorite comedians?
Amy Schumer. Kevin Hart. I'm so mad I missed Kevin Hart, guys.
Yeah,
Why didn't you come in?
Because I was at my orientation.
Oh, okay.
You know who's got a big dick?
Dreams.
Kevin Hart.
But he's so short, though, I can't do that.
You could.
I'll bet you could.
Yeah, he could talk his way in your underwear before you're out the door.
No.
He's very charismatic.
I can't.
Yeah, he's packing a monster.
No. He's married, too. That's not nice.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2", but I like being with tall guys. I don't have to like go on my knees. I'll just like be right there. So I can just like go.
Oh, you want you want to be penis level?
Yeah. So I'm like, whoop, slip.
Would you fool around with LeBron James?
No. Ew, I hate him.
Why?
I don't like him as a player.
Okay, but how about as a man?
He's not a player. He just crushes a lot.
He's not attractive to me.
How about James Worthy?
Who's that?
Oh, ex-Laker. How about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No, he's really tall though.
Yeah, 7'2".
He was on The Bachelorette the other night, guys.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
I fucking love Kareem.
He hates the show, but he was on it anyway.
He makes me so
incredible.
happy. He hates everything.
I
He's
love
cranky.
that.
Miserable.
Yeah.
So who else are your favorite? So you like Kevin Hart, you like Amy Schumer.
Who else do I like? I like Aziz Ansari. I can't say his name.
Ansari.
Yeah.
Yes, Aziz
I'm
Ansari.
so white, I can't.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't even
fine.
try to say his name.
Ansari. It's an odd name.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's really cool, and that's like I like my friend Zach. He's a stand-up comedian.
And how long has Zach been doing it?
4 years.
Okay. Does he work at all, or is he just starting?
He's been doing it like every Thursday night for the past year.
Is his last name Galifianakis?
No.
Because otherwise I would know who you're talking
yes,
about.
I do. I know Zach Galifianakis, but I don't know this Zach.
No.
Efron?
No, oh my god! If I knew him, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be
What would you be
fucking him.
doing? Oh, you'd be fucking him?
like so hard.
Would you fuck Zac Efron immediately, or would you have to get to know him?
I would even like have him know my name. Like
Right.
the only thing is like he's gonna be in my mouth like the whole time.
Oh, you just want to perform fellatio on him.
The whole time. I love him.
All right, so you enjoy fellatio. That's a
I
smart
would sing
way.
Breaking. I would have it as Breaking Free from High School Musical plays in the background.
Right. He probably
my
wouldn't.
God.
He probably wouldn't like that.
Who cares? What
Right.
I like. He's getting a blowjob. He could like suffer a little bit from a song.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Now, do people misread your sexual humor and your bubbly personality as being easy?
All
Do
the
guys
time.
misread that? Like, 'cause
So much.
they do.
Yeah.
They misinterpret you being funny and out and just saying stuff as being like,
Yeah.
ooh, she's gonna, and then they're sorely disappointed.
Well, some are lucky enough to get a blowjob, but
Yeah.
like most of them don't, because like they're not cute. If I'm like when I really like a guy, I'm very nervous and like I'm more like serious talking about like politics, like a fucking idiot. I know nothing about politics, and like then they'll be like, oh, she's boring. But like ugly guys, I'm like talking about sucking dick because I don't give a fuck.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a little hurtful to the staff here.
What's she been? What do you think of Trump? That,
How about
I can't touch you guys. It's illegal till August.
Comey hearings, right?
What's a Comey hearing?
Well, exactly.
Fucking, it's about brushing you. I couldn't think.
Hot dog says she made him uncomfortable yesterday.
Aw.
Why?
dog.
Why?
Did you make hot dog uncomfortable?
I'm sorry.
Why?
You know, hot dogs. Don't make hot dog uncomfortable. That's my little man.
I'm so sorry.
Hot dog, why?
Where's hot dog?
Big comment from yesterday was.
Your hot
Talk
dog
to the
goes
microphone.
to the microphone. God damn it, these guys in there.
Bunch of kids who don't know how
What
to use
the
mics.
fuck happens in that room?
He's coming in.
Everybody's just like, well, I just sit here. It's the laziest sons of bitches I've ever met in there.
These are your guys.
They just stand there and
Hot dog,
shout.
hot dog.
shit heaps.
Anthony's not
Anthony's
my
my
guy.
guy.
Anthony's the intern's guy.
Anthony's gonna be forgotten soon.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know.
gonna- you think Anthony's going to harbor a lot of resentment when everybody just wants to talk to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going to walk into the room mumbling cunt every morning. Where's that smile, Anthony?
Yeah.
Hi, hot dog.
Hot dog's my little man, though.
You look great in
Well, yeah,
that.
you guys are wearing each other.
Look at that. Nice shirt, hot dog.
Yeah, they're wearing red flannel with black underneath it. It's repulsive.
It's my little man.
Yeah, look. So, hot dog, what happened yesterday?
I think Vito gave me the wrong down because I was in the office. But when I came in to clean up after the show, Sam introduced me as hot dog, and then she goes, "Is it because of your dick?"
And why'd that make you uncomfortable?
I don't know. It just made me. I can't comment to that.
Hot dog does not have impressive game with women.
No?
No, he does very, very poorly with women. He's literally, he had a woman sleeping over at his house last week.
Yes.
And they just slept.
Who was the one? It depends, though. Maybe you didn't want to have sex with her.
I saw her.
She hot?
Hot enough that Hot Dog wanted to have sex with her.
Did she want to fuck you or no?
I mean,
She did.
we're friends, so.
If she slept over your house, she wants to sleep. Like she wants to do something. You have to make a move, though. You
Right.
have to be a man. You can't just like be like, "Oh, I'm a gentleman." You can't do that.
You
shit.
don't like when a guy is timid with you.
It's annoying. Like, don't do that.
You want a guy to make a move.
Yes.
Yeah. So, hot dog, why didn't you try to kiss her or something?
No,
He doesn't want to ruin the friendship, man.
God.
You know, like they just have a cool friendship, and cool thing going on. And I
I had
wouldn't
to
want
tell a woman recently, no one, like, she's like, well, friends. I'm like, friendships are great, but no guy would ever turn down fucking because of the friendship. Never.
I had to tell a woman the same thing once.
Like, what are you,
that-
delusional?
And she was like, I don't know, because we're buddies. And I'm like, there's no, like, I'm not saying no man has ever enjoyed a friendship with a female, but no man has ever had a friendship with a female that he wouldn't also have sex with her.
And the thing is this, that's a woman saying, oh, the friendship, they don't mean that. What they mean is, I don't want to fuck you, and we're friends, I don't want to hurt you with the friendship, so I'll use the friendship as the reason I'm going to fuck you. They just don't want to fuck you.
I'll tell you the other reason that women do that, it's because they don't want to fuck them, and they get all the benefit, because it's not a real friendship, it's the guy doing everything for her, and they don't want to ruin the fucking...
Have you had the guy friends that they want to fuck you that you don't want to?
All the time.
Oh God,
so annoying.
Do you take advantage of them?
No, of course not. It's I have to like ghost them because they're getting so annoying.
Right.
Well, how can you tell? What will they do? Like your friends, what will you do? Where all of a sudden you're like, ugh, it's this.
They send dick pics for one, and they'll be like, what? They'll be like, I'm trying to send it to a friend though. Is this a good dick pic? I'm like, what? No, don't send that.
Wait, they'll send you a dick pic and say what?
They'll be like, oh, is this good enough for my friend I'm talking to? I'm like, why are you sending me a dick pic? I'm not your guy.
Like it's just advice.
Yeah.
Like I'm just asking for your advice. This isn't like me sending you a dick pic.
No.
I've never sent a dick pic to a female friend. I've sent a lot of dick pics, but never to a female friend. Even for me, that's creepy.
Well, because they want to fuck her.
Yeah,
they don't want to be her friend.
But you don't send it unless you know they want it. It's crazy.
They think I do because I say like I want to suck cock, so that's what I think I do.
But they don't understand that a dick pic is not going to entice a woman.
Never, ever.
Do you not like them? Now, a lot of women like them. A lot of women hate them.
I'm a Snapchat whore, and I love a video of them like masturbating to it. I love it. But seeing a pic of him, like you're doing nothing for me. Like it doesn't do anything.
Hot Dog's got a sex video on his phone.
Show me.
Do you really?
I'm not gonna do that.
Is it porn or is it you?
What's the video?
It's amazing.
Are you getting
me and
blown?
my ex.
What's that?
Me and my ex.
What are you doing?
Yes.
Getting a blowjob.
That's cool.
Yes, Daddy.
Hot Dog's packing a punch.
Is
so
he?
cool.
He's a big hog.
More than you. It's been reported. He's my little man, so I refrained from watching the video.
Aww.
I saw it,
but I had Troy watch it, and he reported to me that it was much more than you would expect in those little hot dog pants.
Hot Dog should be proud.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think Hot Dog's attractive?
No.
That's fine.
He's a cool guy, though, right?
No, he's really cool. But I have this thing where like I know when like I can't flirt with you, so I'm just like, okay, they're not attractive. Like I just know in my head, like it's not allowed, so it's just done.
That's a bummer, right?
But you can't show the intern the video if you get your dick sucked.
Yes, you can.
No, I would say
Yes,
until
I want to get better.
No, when you're not an intern, I would say when you're not an intern, you can,
well,
but you can't.
August 23rd.
Uncomfortableness of it. Yeah.
That's not uncomfortable, but you just once she's not an intern, you can show her.
It's going in my Google Calendar.
She just told him that she didn't find him attractive. Like I don't know what would possibly motivate him to be like, well, here's a sex video of me. Like it's just so.
It's the attitude. Maybe like him like.
This whole thing has
orgasm.
been an exercise in embarrassing Hot Dog. Like why would he now want to turn around and show a sex video?
Because maybe that will turn her around. Maybe his penis will. She'll go like, oh,
That's
you know what? There's
true.
more to this guy than I thought.
You think so?
But physically looking at him, you don't.
Sorry, I don't know. Like I just.
That's fine.
I like pretty boys. I like.
No, I like guys that are traditionally like physically attractive. You know that's.
He has a nice smile. He's nice. He's a very of
Great
charismatic.
fashion. That's so nice. He has to be.
Where do you think he loses it physically?
He's got a sick fade, right?
The fact that I work with him, like that hits me. Like I can't. I don't do coworkers anymore. I already
Is he
sucked
not?
that
He's not
cock.
built like the type of guy you like either.
Yeah, you sucked
I
a
want him
cock
taller.
in. You sucked a cock in Disney World.
That's true.
You
But
make it
I-
A guy who's a coworker.
I checked it off my bucket list. Like I did a coworker we out. I want like a stranger now. Like,
Okay, you want a stranger.
Yeah.
So Hot Dog has a few things against him. The fact that he's a coworker.
Yeah.
And you're not attracted to
And I
him.
haven't seen that cock yet. You didn't show me how it works.
I'm not. You're not going to show her.
August 23rd.
Do you think it's because she said you were not physically attractive?
Well, yeah. What's the point?
Maybe your dick will turn around. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, that happened.
Do you like that he doesn't shave? He's got the little chin thing. Or do you not like that?
No.
I don't do that on purpose. It's just
I
I'm
look
lazy.
young, so like I don't want like someone with like a beard.
Right.
Yeah, it grosses me out.
Oh.
Okay, so his chin hair grosses you out. You're saying?
I'll step out.
Yeah. I didn't
right.
realize this was just going to be an exercise in humiliation.
I didn't mean it to be.
This is not- This intern's got some set of balls on her, huh?
Yeah, but we were asking if she's
Sorry.
answering.
It's okay. No, yeah, you're just being honest.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have an older sister.
What does she do?
She's an engineer. She's so fucking smart.
Oh, she's a totally different direction than you in it.
Yeah, completely.
And
My
did-
mom likes her more. She tells me every day.
Oh, okay. So did you hang out with boys or girls growing up?
Girls, boys never liked me, and then I started talking about cock one day, and bam, they
Yeah,
love me.
now
They
do it.
flutter. Yeah.
That'll do it. Hot dog says.
That's so sad though.
Why did they like you?
I could take a wild guess.
Probably.
Because besides one reason why they might not like you, have liked you, is because when you're not talking about cock, so far you're just saying that he's a bitch and he is ugly. So. That might be.
But that's so sad. You have to be like super nice. Like for a girl, you can be like, "Wow, you look bad today," and they'll be honest. With a boy, you have to like pet them, like tell them, "Oh, you're so handsome" or whatever. And if you say that you like them, like it's so. If you're honest with them, they're like, "Oh my god, you're so mean." Like I can't deal with
these
that
fragile egos, right?
Yeah.
You don't like the fact that you can't be honest with them because they need to be cuddled.
They do.
Yes, you don't like that.
I'm not a mother.
No, you're not. Not
I
at
don't
all.
plan to be, but like that's how you get guys. Like you have to like be like, "Oh, you're so handsome," and then like, "Oh, now she likes me," and then it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
understand.
A lot of fake work.
Okay, fair
that's
enough.
why girls probably fake it.
Probably.
Maybe
they're sick of these precious egos.
Yeah.
You're sick of pretty. You like pretty boys though.
I love douchebags.
You do.
I'm 22.
Fuckboys?
I should be.
You like
yes.
fuckboys?
I'm 22 years old. I should be fucking fuckboys.
You should be.
What's a fuck boy?
A fuck boy is like
he tries to act cool, but he's not. Like he like says like dope all the time. I
He
feel
used to
like,
stay over there
like a
when he was still
hipster.
employed.
Hot dog was saying that an example of a fuck boy was Adrian. when he worked here.
Was he a fuck boy?
He was a bit of a fuck boy. Yeah, he was kind of a fuck boy. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that means.
It's like it kind of broy. Doesn't like may think he's slick, but really isn't. Kind of a bit of a dillweed. Yeah,
and I want it. I want it bad.
You like that?
Yeah.
Like a douchebag. Like a fuckboy is like a very douchey.
How about like a low-level white rapper?
Oh yeah, I love a white guy. I love it.
You do a white guy who wears his hat sideways, but he's not really a good rapper, but
My
he's in
nipples
decent
are hard.
shape.
You're talking dirty.
K-Fed in his prime?
I would fuck K-Fed just because Britney Spears did.
Popo's out K-Fed?
Yeah.
Oh my
Defo.
God, Popo's
out is the shit.
Yes.
Could you find that, Troy? Good luck spelling it, but I mean, Popo's out. I figured
Kevin Federline's biggest hit.
It was amazing. I had it on my MP3 player.
You did?
Yes, of course I did.
Good for you.
Our MP3 player's coming back. I still have them.
What?
I have a couple of good.
Oh shit! Get down, hot dog. I know they play this at your house parties. You little.
I love Kevin.
How do you think this would go over in your Dominican house parties?
We might play for the laugh.
Yeah. People drinking thought juice.
Yeah.
Listening to Popo's out.
Give me any ideas.
See, this is dope.
This is cool. Yes.
That's what Hot Dog likes to drink thought juice with the ladies.
Do you remember when Britney introduced Kevin Federline? My man.
Oh yeah.
She introduced him as her husband, she didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
He said titty, guys.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sick flow though, right?
Oh my God, so cool. It should be at Hair of the Dog. Do you guys go to Hair? Do you go to Hair of the Dog? You get so much. Listen,
I've gotten it in my mouth.
I'm gonna take you there, hot dog. Yeah.
What is that?
It's this place where I made out with 4 guys in one night because I'm a whore. It's
hot
amazing.
dog. You can make out with 4 guys.
Awesome.
No. You will get so much vagina.
Where is this place?
Lower East Side, Ludlow Street. Obsessed with it. Drinks are expensive. Don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's so great. So worth it. The music's bad too, but listen, I can get you pussy. You'll swim in it.
DJ Troy Kwan, you ever played Hair of the Dog?
Nope. I played on the Lower East Side a lot though.
I love the Lower East Side. Douchebags are there.
You ever been to Los Feliz?
No, what's that?
The homeboy Troy Kwan DJs at Los Feliz every now and then.
I want to go.
You ever been to Beauty in Essex?
No.
Homeboy Troy Kwan DJs at Beauty in Essex from time to time.
Do you do pianos? I love piano.
I have. Not regularly though.
That's where I made out with my first gay guy there.
You made out with your first gay guy?
Yes.
Wow.
How was it?
Amazing. He was British, and he made out with me, and then he pushed me away.
Are you sure he was gay, or was he just British?
He pushed me away and started making out with another guy.
Oh, wow.
And I was part of a threesome. I didn't even know it. I Snapchatted it. It was great.
That's dope.
It was so fun.
All right, Travis is saying we got to take a break.
We should, yeah.
When Beverly Bill wraps up, he'll just come in. So it was fun talking to you.
I love you.
Yes, thank you very much. You're very enjoyable.
You guys are in my diary.
All right, good.
Okay, great. Great.
Do you actually have a diary you write in?
Yeah.
No, you don't just type it, you write it?
I write it. Anthony's in there. He's a baby, but he's in there.
That's dope.
What did you say about him?
How great he is. And I was my bitch.
Did you say that?
Nice. Nice.
Did you say he was your bitch?
Yeah, I was like, he's a big bitch.
That's funny.
In parentheses, and my bitch.
So disrespectful, right?
There's a certain hierarchy.
You don't think she's respecting the hierarchy?
He's full time.
Yeah.
She's an intern. There's like 4 levels removed.
It's very uncomfortable.
You are
Sam, you like that?
It's the best.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable.
It's the best. You are now above Anthony. Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, very well done.
So Anthony will keep getting the food.
Anthony, you will get the food. You will supervise.
Cool.
Yes.
Your name is Alicia?
Alina.
Alina, sorry. Okay,
Alina is the intern supervisor. Anthony, you have been demoted to intern.
Yes. All right, so we're going to come right back. We should have Bill Burr shortly. And
Yes.
I guess that's it. Thank you for talking to us. And Hot Dog, good seeing you.
And Popo's out.
Good seeing you.
I understand the Twitter feedback is very positive for this young lady.
Somebody set up a countdown till August 23rd for Hot Dog. He's not getting anything.
No.
He's, I'll tell you what happens on Alina's last day of her internship. Hot Dog is SOL. Shit out of luck. Not going to happen for the poor kid. That was a very quick, do you find him attractive? No. Very quick.
Wow, let's see.
But
I like that photo.
I thought she was great. What, the pool party?
Yeah.
Not
I like
Sam.
that I am both human and dog.
Yeah, the Travis is in the pool and the Travis dog is outside the pool.
That's right. Who else is in that pool? There's me, you, Travis. Who's the girl?
She's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I've seen her on Twitter.
Yeah, she's one. There's a giant there's a giant Twitter conversation. There's a lot of I feel like the not Samsonites have joined in with this other group of people and created this mega group and
Samsonites.
Yeah, you don't know about the not Samsonites?
No, it's a statement about luggage.
It isn't. But there's like terrible. There's a Twitter conversation that just goes on all day long. I'm attached all the time on them. But that's one of the girls from it.
Okay.
And then Troy's in there, and he's naked. That's just a photo of Troy.
He's not naked. He's wearing something.
Was it a Photoshop?
It's not a Photoshop. No.
And then there's a Travis dog.
Who's the beach ball?
Why do you ask, Travis?
I can't see. It's far away.
Jim?
It looks like the beach ball is there, but it's got Eric Nangel's head on it and a pile of shit on his head.
Is that what that is?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Shall we retweet
bumper
this?
sticker on the pool.
Yeah. Is it cool? Yeah, Chip Chipperson podcast bumper sticker.
Leave it to not Sam Fan Cuddly Bear every time.
He does start
every time.
And it's retweeted.
And the slice? Why the slice?
Slice is one of the folks who contributes to the show.
Now, before Bill Burr comes in, we have Alina is a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to ask
Is she
her.
in there?
She's going to come in.
Oh, okay. Well,
She doesn't have to.
No, it's just easier.
Oh.
I just wanted to ask her real quick to do something. And I
shoved Hot Dog out of the way.
Did she?
Pushed him out of the way.
A bunch of the non-stars are in her way.
Yeah, we tell her we only need her for a second.
Well, you can tell her.
Hi, we only need
Hi,
you for a
Alina.
second. You're
How
a
are you?
writer. We would love you to write something. Could you write something for the show?
Like what?
I don't know.
A skit?
Or a little skit maybe, or we
Use some of that creative comedy writing.
Yeah, something about the show that you could bring to the show and we could read on the air or act out on the air or something.
Right. Maybe you can involve the different characters on the show. Whatever you want to do.
I'm thinking like gay porn, man on man.
Okay.
We'll say it.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to.
Whatever it is.
Something we haven't done.
Yeah, exactly. That's old hat to us.
Okay.
Okay?
Does that sound
I
fun
love
to you?
homework.
All right,
Good.
cool.
Only thing I do, I don't do boys. Yes! That sounds awesome.
All right, thank you
Great.
very
I
much.
love you.
All right, thanks.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Travis, what did you say? That she keeps telling you she loves you?
Yeah, I've heard I love you from her more in the last 24 hours than my wife.
But here's the problem with Travis.
Hilarious.
Yes,
Like so far, I've gotten a few I love yous. I've gotten a few, and they've been met with like okay and thank you and stuff like that. Travis doesn't really understand the world of manners 100%. So he's been
No, I think I do.
as her boss, as the head guy on the show. Really, he responds with "I love you too."
I love you too.
Which that's
And
not.
she goes, really? I'm like, huh?
He's used to yelling that as a car as it drives away. Now, you ought to say after she says, "I love you," you ought to open your arms and go, "Give Dad that hug."
I would definitely not do that.
Is that
Right.
creepy?
That's real
Yeah.
creepy.
Give Dad that
just
hug.
all parts of that are creepy.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know.
No, that's real creepy.
All right, I
I
didn't
mean,
know.
you should. Yeah, no, you should know.
Should not do that.
Yeah, no.
I would recommend not. That's a niche. That's not candy. That's cancer.
Not Akya.
The Cosby trial has started.
Oh, I want to get into this. We don't even have time to really get into it, but I wish it was on TV.
Yeah, I do too. Andrea Constant gave very graphic testimony.
Well, it's amazing. It's like, the trial is not over everybody that's accused him. The trial is over one of the accusers.
Who he paid off.
Right. But I think the idea is that once he loses to one, that becomes like a snowball effect. But so far, yesterday, the woman who is actually the plaintiff herself took the stand. But the day before that, a woman who is not on trial at all, just another accuser, took the stand.
The judge allowed one, and I think because there's similarities in the case. She worked for William Morris, and I think he saw a certain pattern of behavior that he allowed.
Yes.
I don't know. I tend to believe this woman just because this went away years ago. This went away, and Cosby paid her for it to go away, and I don't know how it came back out. A lawyer or whatever, prosecutor had the option. Because I don't think it was legally binding as far as what the law could do.
Apparently, the game plan that Cos uses is, he's got a girl back at the place, and he just he takes advantage of their trust. He has some pills for this woman that was on the stand yesterday. It was 3 blue pills. For the woman who took the stand the day before, that's not actually part of the trial, but more like a character witness or whatever. She just was given 1 pill, like a tablet type thing. And he says, take this, it'll help you relax. And to one of them, like the one 2 days ago, she's going, well, what does it do? And he goes, come on, it's me, trust me, would I hurt you? And so she just took it, and I guess she passed out, she says. And then this one, the 3 pills, he gave them to her, and she was like, what is this, is this an herbal remedy to relax me? And he goes, yeah. Yes.
See, the thing about Cosby is I definitely think he's guilty.
Oh.
But I also think, what are you doing taking pills a guy is giving you when you don't want to take pills? Like, I'm not saying you ask it, but it's stupid decision making. It's shitty decision making.
It is bad decision making, but
just say no to a fucking pill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take a pill somebody offered me under any circumstances.
No, I probably wouldn't either, but I don't know. Women in Bill Cosby's room, they might feel like they've gone too far. They're scared. Like that is he knows that is the prime spot that a woman's going to make a poor decision.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's still, you got to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking that pill. It's creepy to take a pill.
And if he
what guy says, here, take this and relax?
Well, Bill Cosby. But if he lied about it too, then that's another whole issue. You're right, theoretically, that of course.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
But I couldn't sit there and blame them for saying no, because I kind of get why they wouldn't say no.
No, but she knew, these are women who knew him for a while. I'm blaming her for taking a pill she shouldn't have taken. I'm not blaming her for getting raped, but you're stupid to take a fucking pill.
3 pills.
3 pills because the guy told you to take them. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It wasn't under
decision.
duress. You weren't being forced.
No.
He said, take these, it'll help you relax. That's where it gets really weird, is they took the pills voluntarily.
But that's how people are. Like, you can be pushy. You can walk a person into making a bad decision, especially if you're one of the most famous people in the history.
I'm sure, absolutely. But I'm saying they're stupid, because as much as I love Ozzy Osbourne, and I do, I would not take a pill if Ozzy gave it to me. I wouldn't. I simply wouldn't.
You're also averse to taking anything, though. Like, you don't party. Like,
yeah, but it's not about. It's also about, I'm not going to take anything I don't want to take from somebody.
And you're not a woman in a situation with a powerful dude.
But I will say this too: if Ozzy offered me cake, even if I wasn't eating cake, I would eat the cake.
Yeah,
if he drugged the cake, that's what I'm saying.
What if there was rohypnol sprinkled in the cake?
I don't know what rohypnol is.
Roofies.
No, it's rohypnol.
Oh,
is it? I'm going to stick with Troy on this one, and we're going to outvote you 2-1.
I think Jim's right.
Well,
of course I'm right.
You're on the wrong side of this, Travis, and I hope you enjoy your place when history lets you know that you were on the wrong side.
Hope you die in that box.
What? I'm on your side.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks.
Get in the beach ball, Travis.
Yeah, get on top of Iraq's head. I think I made a mistake putting it there.
No, I think you did it on purpose.
Do you think somebody put the shit there on purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. I really wish I could watch this Cosby trial on television, though. Apparently, at one point, he was smirking. And he said, too, this is why I think that his blind gimmick might be a thing for court, because this woman who has got him on trial said that she called him the next day and said, those were not herbal pills. I passed out. I don't remember. I didn't give consent. What were those things you gave me? They weren't herbal. You lied. What were those things you gave me? And he said, I'll write it down and give it to you at some point. I can't read the pill bottle right now. So, I'll write it down for you later.
I can't read the pill bottle?
That's what he said.
Why didn't he just let me see it and I'll read it?
Well, no, it was on the phone. It was the next day. Oh. She called him the next day. And I guess her mom was on the phone with them, which I'm assuming because she needed a witness, or maybe she just loves her mom. I don't know. But, and then Bill used the blind thing as kind of an excuse, which still is not an excuse because...
How do they know what pills to give her?
Yeah, if you've got pills, you know what they are.
Yeah, and why didn't she ask when it was happening?
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, because she said, are these herbal? And he said, yes. Yes. Herbal. They're Ricolas.
Here's the thing. They knew each other for 18 months. What kind of fucking creep is he that you could sexually assault someone like that? Like you've known for 18 months and then one day you're just putting your fucking fingers in their pussy while they're half asleep?
I think it's well established.
But I mean, that's
Dr. Huxtable is far more of a creep than any of us could have ever imagined.
What a fucking ghoul.
He also, both of the women said this, he liked to do some titty groping. They both said when they woke up, not only was his one hand like up their dress or whatever, but he was groping breasts. Which is like, yeah. It's creepy.
It's beyond creepy.
It's very, very creepy. And I tend to, I have a tough time not believing most of the accusers.
You do believe most of them.
I believe them.
I believe the majority of them too. The ones I've heard or read their accounts, I'm sure there's a couple of bullshit ones in there sprinkled, but I think probably 75 or 80% of the ones I've looked at.
Yeah. And I think that I believe this game plan of his, this is the most realistic. And that's why I kind of believe it. Because if they were lying, they wouldn't say he offered me a pill and I took it. If they were lying, it would be more like he snuck it to me, he put it in my drink, whatever. Yeah, it would be one of those deals.
They are admitting, hey, buddy.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Barge in on your show.
No, come on in.
We were just talking about Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Oh.
And how the trial started yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Or 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
And they're giving just testimony about what a creep he was. Like,
yeah. Still funny, though.
It is. But and I believe them. But I just don't understand taking a pill when someone gives it to you. Like I would, I guess because I'm not.
It's the cause. He's a doctor.
I know. But I just can't picture taking anything. If someone said, here, take this, I wouldn't do it.
What if it was?
We'll be right back with blaming the victim.
Yeah, that's...
No, but I'm not saying that it's their fault they got raped.
I'm fucking with you.
And I even said it before. Like, I'm not saying they deserve to get. It's just a stupid. It's like a dangerous thing to do. You're putting yourself in a dangerous place.
Dude, if you're in this business. Remember the first time a famous comedian just walked up to you and said you were funny?
Yeah.
You would just...
I'm waiting for that, actually.
I really lobbed that over the net, didn't I? I was so excited the first time that happened. I can definitely see how, like, someone could get involved.
But she knew him for 18 months. Like, she knew him for 18 months. They had, like, relationships with him.
But even so she trusted him and she wanted to maintain that relationship. Like, oh my God, Bill Cosby is...
I do understand.
Yeah.
I just can't picture myself taking a pill. It's just too scary.
Well,
like, for what reason?
Back then, hey, get a hold of yourself. Take this,
Right. It'll relax you.
It'll relax. You know what? Whenever I watch old Hollywood movies, I'm like morbidly go on IMDb. Does everything have to have a fucking picture with it too? I'm being filmed. It's like, what the fuck more do you need? There's like fucking 9.
Troy's just Snapchatting.
Snapchatting. Fucking it just.
It's a lot of different ways to hit the audience these days. We got to hit them on every angle.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot of medium possibilities.
But this is why Native Americans don't do fucking terrestrial radio, whatever, satellite radio.
Because people act like
soul's being stolen.
They act like you're crazy though if you're not on all forms of social media. They're like, and you didn't Instagram it? And I'm like, well, we tried to, we filmed it for YouTube.
I don't fuck with Snapchat. I like things saved. I don't like things that disappear. It bothers me. I like to look at something and be able to save it and enjoy it.
I don't like that they say it disappears and then somebody just screenshots and it's like, no, it didn't.
Well, they can tell you the screen.
It's shit that you don't give a fuck about disappears, but other stuff.
Yeah.
That prevents you, Jim, from someday being the next president of the United States. That'll hang around. But
I've never sent a photo with my face in it that was bad. Have you ever, in all the years, I know you've been with your girl for a long time, but have you ever sent anything out that you're like, oof, fuck, I shouldn't have sent that? Or were you always pretty smart with texting and stuff like that?
Oh, no, not texting or any of that shit. No, I haven't been smart. Jimmy, come on. How long you known me? I haven't been smart. But I have no plans on running for public office or protesting anything significant, so they don't give a shit. Like, all my shit's saved on some fucking hard drive under the Pentagon. They're never going to need to use it.
It is saved, too.
It is. Yeah. Just the just-in-case file, but it's never going to come out.
Just in case this guy makes a left turn. I was just like, I know I'm a dope. I am. I'm part of the masses.
I still think, and this is my crazy, people hate when I talk about our technology. Someday, any text that we've sent is going to be able to be retrievable. Some future technology will be able to go back and get every bit of electronic communication.
It's today.
No, but I mean, they can't go back and just say, me and Bill sent a text 5 years ago. And both of our phones are destroyed, but we sent it through somehow. There's going to be a way to go back and get all that technology someday.
Who wants to do that and why?
It'll be like the true biographies of people. Like, they're going to go back just to do it. They're going to have the technology to do it and go back and grab all of these things that they can now grab. I don't know how they're going to do it, but when you send something out,
yeah, but what's to prevent them from just making shit up?
Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. But I mean, someday, when you send out a TV signal, it just goes forever into space. There's going to be a way to capture all those texts that got sent out, or all those messages and emails that got sent out electronically.
You think they're going to get it from space?
I don't know how they'll do it, but there will be a way to grab it someday. It might be 100 years from now, and they're going to go back and have true biographies of people, and all these things that we think we're saying privately are not going to be private.
You're going to be like, who cares, though? It was 100 years ago.
Yeah, agree. But they will do it.
I don't understand people's obsession with, wanting to know all that stuff.
I don't know if it's just because I kind of am curious about it myself. I don't know.
You mean individuals or companies? Because companies collect every bit of data humanly possible.
No, I just mean why people want to know what their fucking neighbor's texting to somebody. Why would you?
Oh, just individuals.
Once the technology's there, people will just do it because it's there. It's almost like when you look through an attic, just looking. There won't even be any real reason for it. I think people will just do it out of curiosity.
Yeah, I get curious. I mean,
yeah,
it's the same reason why, if somebody had their window open and I wasn't doing anything, I would just watch what they were doing.
I don't get that.
You wouldn't watch?
No, it's like when I watch I watch all these sports channels now, and they're always talking about the fucking drama behind the fucking thing, and it's just I don't care who won the game.
Oh, you're not interested in any of the personality
I don't give
stuff?
a shit. And then everything that fucking happens, he got arrested for this. Good, he got arrested. The police and
they'll take care
of it.
Yeah. Do you care? We had Lou Piniella in recently, so I was dying to know about those altercations between Reggie and Thurman Munson and Billy Martin and all that crazy stuff that was happening. I kind of like that for some reason. You don't care about that at all?
Yeah, no.
I don't know why I do.
Just the game for you.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I just don't. Look, if you want to talk about this guy said this or they said that to a guy, and then they had a fist. You saw a fist fight on the field. Maybe, but I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. I saw who that A-Rod's dating J-Lo. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that I don't care about either.
Yeah, leave him alone.
The fact. Remember Robbie Alomar spit in the umpire's face?
Yeah.
And then, there was rumors, no one knows if it's true, there was rumors that Robbie Alomar was gay at the time. It was a rumor. And that the umpire had made some disparaging or anti-gay remark, and he spit at him, and that's why the whole thing went away, because the umpire said all these weird... I would love to know what that was about. I would love to know why he spit in the face of an umpire and wasn't in more trouble.
Yeah, the fighting interests me always, even if it's behind the scenes. I want to know what the tension's about.
I for a while ago was pitching that the NFL or one of these sports networks should have a rated R network, and all the players are mic'd up. But the thing about it is, so you could hear what they say during the plays. But then just the liability for the league, the shit that people would be saying during the game. I don't think that would work.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just choking my fucking coffee.
I'm hoping in the future though that people they just get. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be. I think it's just gonna be fascinating watching. You're gonna spend your life reading what other people tweeted and fucking watching people on.
Yeah,
dude. I mean,
my wife watched. She just it's becoming a thing. Like, we go to bed at night, and it's just like, I can't watch any more of these fucking shows where someone's trying to get married.
Bachelorette?
On TV. Yeah, I can't watch any more of these fucking shows where it's like 5 women in red bottom shoes calling each other whores.
Yeah.
I just, how long can you fuck? This is like, I find it depressing.
What do you think the attraction to it is?
I don't know. I think it's like their sports. It's just mindless. You know, why do I watch sports? Why do I give a shit about the Cavaliers game tonight? I give a shit. I want to see them win. I want to see, the pylon team get beat. I want to see that. I don't know why.
Just mindless.
But it's something to fucking care about, I guess. But I don't know. I don't.
I think it's going to get more because, like, you look at what like kids grow up watching now, and it's just stuff on YouTube where people are literally doing nothing. Like, they'll just. A little kid is growing up watching somebody unbox toys. Like, that's what kids like watching on YouTube. Unboxing things.
That's right, opening up those little eggs and
They just
stuff.
sit there and they just watch for hours. I've seen them. They're like 3 and 4-year-olds just sit there on YouTube for hours watching people unbox something. And there's no way like that curiosity just stays in you so that becomes entertainment going
I just
forward.
hate how like fucking accepting everybody is of that and be like, well, fucking there's in the future there's just going to be like no privacy and it just that's just how it's going to be. Hey, man, if you're not doing nothing wrong, I mean, what the problem with all of that shit is literally going to be that the ability to revolt against something oppressive is going to discontinue because they're going to know who's doing it. And they're going to know how to stop it. There'll be no money anymore. You'll be fucking microchipped. They can just shut your microchip off so you got no money to fund whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do. They can either take you out literally or they can just go back and splice together the worst fucking tweets you ever sent. I mean, nobody's going to fucking survive that.
Well, here's what you hope to.
I mean, half the shit that I texted DeRosa, like jokingly, like, like, that alone could stop me from running from any fucking public office.
You hope, though, that with that technology that can fuck people like that, it also knocks people who can do it down to a normal level. Like, I think that technology also fucks people in power because they're now also, it's so easy to find out the stuff they're doing. Like,
yeah, but those are the clowns. All of those fucking guys that are like in power. They're not in power. Those fucking guys make no fucking money. The president makes $500,000 a year, makes no fucking money.
Didn't it used to be $200,000? Is he actually up to $500,000?
Yeah, it's like $400,000-500,000 a fucking year, and it costs like $100 million to get it. Like all of those guys, like what he looks like, what your senator looks like, and all that shit, but you don't know what these heads of corporations look like. Nobody's going to be fucking looking at those guys, I don't think, or they'll own the technology and they'll scrub theirs. Whoever's coming up with that shit is going to go back and scrub the shit out of their own stuff first, I would think. It's just. I don't know. But by then, I think the robots will be here. I think before that technology comes out, the robots will take over.
How do you feel about like all the NSA leaks and stuff and all the, like a lot of the stuff is coming out. Like people are just who have access to it now are just kind of spitting it out there for. I don't necessarily mind it.
The NSA leaks coming out?
No, I mean as long as people who are helping us aren't being killed, I kind of don't mind seeing it. Like it kind of I feel like it's eventually going to force people to be more accountable or honest if all this stuff is going to be leaked out.
I feel like the stuff that's getting leaked out, though, is just the tip of the iceberg.
Or just whatever
the
they
real
get there.
stuff isn't getting leaked out.
The person who's going to get hurt is the little guy. Always gets hurt. The big guys, they'll figure out a way around it. They have the money to spin it a certain way and say like a Snowden guy is evil. He wasn't trying to help people out. He's pro this or pro like. They have the ability. Like I don't know if what they're saying about that guy is true or it isn't true, but all I have is their fucking version of who the fucking guy is. So,
congratulations.
This is really deep, by the way. I came here to promote a cartoon.
We're happy. Yeah, so congratulations. F is for Family Season 2 is out. It's up and streaming now. And how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. We're getting all kinds of positive feedback from everybody. People seem to be liking it better than the first season. Thank Christ. And it's a ton of work. And, we finally get it done. And if people go, that kind of sucked, then you're like, oh, man, that's a waste of a year of my life. So very excited.
Good, man. Well, if they like the first season, you like all of a sudden you don't want them to look at the second season and be disappointed. So if they like it more, that's a great thing.
Yeah. And, do the show with the great Mike Price from The Simpsons. And we got all these people on from the first season, Laura Dern, Justin Long, Sam Rockwell, Dave Keckner, Haley Reinhardt, Debbie Derryberry, Mo Collins. I want to make sure I give as many people shout out as I can remember. And then we've added some more people. TJ Miller came on this season.
TJ's great.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's amazing. And what's his name? I forget. I just spaced on his name. He played Omar on The Wire.
Oh, Michael K. Williams.
Yeah, thank you. He came on and did a voice. I didn't get to meet him though. You know, just how that works. Even though I had scenes with him, I was out in L.A. and he was out here.
They record differently. Okay.
He fucking crushed it. It's been great. It's been great. So there's 10. You know, the first season we only got like 6 episodes. I think they kind of wanted to see
see how
the
it does. Yeah.
And then now we got 10. So we'll see.
That's awesome, dude. And I've been crediting you. You convinced me to go to Europe. I did it because of your suggestion.
Well, you went to Australia last time I saw you. Oh, Jimmy International Travel.
But no,
Where you going?
I went to Antwerp. I did the same run.
How great was Antwerp?
It was gorgeous.
Beautiful, right?
Copenhagen. I went with Barang. So we talked about you the whole week. So you convinced me to go over, and I credited you completely with being the final. I just kept fucking hearing you in my head, and you were right. I was wrong.
And how? Yeah, you sold tickets.
I didn't sell out, but it was better than I thought it was going to be, and the crowds were great.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crowds that came were great. They got the jokes. Everyone was lovely.
Yeah. Then people will tweet about it. Then you'll get on people's Netflix pages in Antwerp or whatever, and then you'll sell more tickets, and it'll be like you're going to Buffalo, except you get to go to Europe. It's great. It's like a paid vacation.
Did you hate though? I hated traveling so much because I have a limited amount of time because we got to get back for this. So you do a show Thursday and then you get on the plane Friday and then you do a show Friday and then you get on the plane. Like I hate. That's the only things you can't enjoy the cities.
Yeah. So what I do is I usually I go over there before the tour starts and I'll pick a city I want to be in. And I'll spend like 4 or 5 days, getting acclimated to the time and all that, and actually getting to do some shit I want to do. But because I've had friends and family members, hey, next time you do one of those runs through Europe, I want to go with you. And it's just like, you really don't, because you're going to be like, oh, hey, there's the Roman Colosseum, and then there it goes, and you're back on the plane again, So, you'll learn. But the first time I did it, I told my wife, okay, I go, just hang in there on this one. This is going to be a thrash. And she was totally cool with it. And I was like, eventually I'll sell tickets over here and we'll be able to do this more like a vacation. That's ended up what happened.
Yeah, it does take, he says it takes a couple of times through. And, he was talking to me about your first tour and he's like, it was great, good. And then it got great. And then it got, it's just the way it works. Like, they get to know you a little over time. Mm-hmm. But it was the idea of just performing in all these places where you never think people would know who you are. And then people show up and it was like, fuck, this is it was great. I was happy I did it.
Yeah.
I credited you fully.
Oh, well, it's good. I'm glad you went over there and had a good time. You didn't come back. That fucking asshole was terrible.
No. I wish I had more time. If I didn't have radio, I would have stretched it out. Not that a Monday show in Belgium. I would have probably stayed Monday and done a Tuesday or Wednesday show. But, you got to do them on weird nights that you'd probably rather not work.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Antwerp was one of those places that I wanted to spend like a week there. And I literally went there, like drove in from, I don't even know where the hell I was. Someplace in Germany. We drove in.
Oh, you drove.
And then had one beer, did the show, and then left the next day. And that was one of those places. I just, put a little pin in it. Come on, all right, one of these times I'm going to fucking hang here for a few days.
We only have 8 minutes left before our show gets cut off. How is it being a father? I've seen you since then, but we haven't had you on the show.
Oh, it's great. It's been an amazing thing, and the only thing that I haven't enjoyed is talking to a lot of parents.
Really?
That's the only thing. Well, they just, they fucking want to put an anxiety on you. Oh, it's going good now. Wait till a couple months.
Yeah.
And that's going to be fucking. So I don't talk to them. But other than that, it's been tremendous. She's amazing. She's sitting up now. She laughs. You know what's funny? My wife can make her laugh and I can't. I'm like bombing with my own kids. So I'm like stealing her jokes. I'm stealing her jokes to make her laugh. But now it takes them, like the baby, a while to bond with the guy because they have that immediate connection with the mother, immediately skin to skin, the
right.
breastfeeding and everything. And like the mom is their world. So it takes a while for them, they recognize you like, oh, there's that face I know. And I feel like in the last 10 days, she's kind of like looking at me as some sort of entity that's in her life, which is pretty cool.
How old is she?
5 months.
Because at first you served no purpose. Obviously
Right.
there's the food and the holding, but they're like, what is this person doing? There's no purpose they can see for you at first until they probably see you for a couple of weeks. Then they're like, oh, all right, he's here.
Yeah. It's it was more a few months. Well, it's like the first 3 months. I mean, they're just sort of this cute little thing you're carrying around, and they're sort of looking at you and not quite understanding anything. But somewhere in 3.5, they start to become this little person. And it took about 5 months. Well, now I just really see her taking me in like, oh, there's that guy. I know that guy.
Did it change anything? Because they say it changes everything, or I've never experienced it. Did it change anything for you?
What does it change? I don't know. I never had like that. Like, oh my God, everything's. I get that. You know, that this person I obviously have to take care of, but like that whole like cloud clap moment of. I think to me it was obvious that that's what it was. So, and I'm also like really fucking shut down, paved over emotional guy. So I think like when that stuff comes out for me is not in normal times. I find, like I don't. Like when my daughter was born, it wasn't this immediate, like, oh my God, it took like 15 hours.
What happened after like 15 hours?
My wife played Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? And then I thought about somebody hurting her, and I had this murderous fucking thought what I would do to somebody.
Really?
That's how I felt unconditional love.
It's got to come from something about hurting, a murderous rage.
Yeah, and I don't know if that means I'm fucked up, which I probably am to some. Comedians where like, traumatic shit happened to us, so like I think we feel shit differently. So I do know that the one thing that has amazed me is how effortless it is to take care of her. Like, I just catch myself being a dad. Like, for so many years, I was just like, I don't think I can do this and all this stuff. But then it's just, my wife asked me to do stuff, and it's like not even like a question. It's like, hey, will you do this? It's like, of course I will. I almost get offended that she's asking.
Sure.
Like, why wouldn't I do that? I love this kid to death.
Were you in the room during the birth? You stayed there in the room? Were you glad you did, or you wish you didn't?
No, I'm glad I did, because you got to go in there to support your wife. Other than that, you're just trying not to fucking be in the way. It's really like, it's the ultimate third wheel. I mean, everybody in there is serving a purpose, and you're just sort of standing like, you never just feel like, you just never feel like more like not like worthy, I will tell you, this is something that's really changed. Before I go up and do stand-up sets, like more times than not, I'm scrolling through pictures looking at her.
You are?
And I'm actually like going like, wow, I can't believe like what a softie I am. I'm usually like, make sure you know the bits and all that type of stuff. And, my wife, I always make sure she like sends me pictures and stuff. I don't know, dude. I know I'm a changed person, but I'm too not in touch with my own emotion to know how it is yet.
Has it changed traveling?
I'll let you know in a year. Yeah, it has. And I'm actually going out to dinner with my agent tonight. And I'm discussing how I want to do the road now, so I can possibly bring the two of them. See, this is how fucking out of touch I am. I just told you how I wasn't even aware in the moment, but I scroll through pictures of her before I go on stage. I'm meeting with my manager tonight to adjust how I do my stand-up, schedule now. So, yeah, I guess it's changed me.
Sure.
Completely. Yeah, I guess it's completely changed me. I just needed to talk it out. Like, I tend to downplay shit.
So when you want to go out like less, obviously, or do you want to go and stay in one place for a longer period of time?
Yeah, like rather than play, the bigger place, play the smaller place for 3 nights, and then just turn into like a mini vacation, because then I can kind of stay somewhere. I get more reps. I don't burn out a city. I get to enjoy a city. Right. So it doesn't become like that Antwerp thing. Like, there's certain cities like, there's a bunch that, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Chicago, Minneapolis, Nashville. I got a lot of cities that I love and would love to spend more than just a day there.
Right.
So this gives me the excuse. But then I also hate like the first time she laughed, I was on the road. First time she sat up, I was on the road. It's not bad. I come back like the next day and I see it. But it's also, I don't want to miss all of that. And so this right here is the longest I'm ever going to do. Like, this is a 6-day thing, and it just worked out because I'm promoting the show.
Sure.
But I'm never doing that again. And that's what I'm talking to my agent about, like, just as far as like how I'm going to do this shit. Because what's great about being a comedian is as much as you go on the road, you actually spend more time with your kid if you do it right. Because even if I spend 6 days a month on the road, that's another 24 days I'm home, and like, you're home. I don't have like a 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
5 days a fucking week, plus the traffic.
And you'd miss a lot of that stuff anyway because you'd be at work. Like a lot of the stuff 9 to 5, you'd miss the first laugh or stuff because your wife's home during the day. So
yeah,
if you can take the kid with you, that's great.
Yeah, no, dude, she's fucking awesome, man.
You haven't flown with her yet?
No, I haven't, and I'm kind of don't want to. My wife's like, no, it's not that big deal. I don't like flying with a kid when you can't explain to them how to clear their ears.
Yeah,
right.
I just don't think that's fair to the kid. It's like I don't want to do that.
Just looking at them like walking.
No, they have no idea.
They don't know. They
you have kid?
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I have a 3-month-old.
Okay, so you haven't flown it. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. Congratulations to you.
Yeah.
We're getting cut off in 1 minute because the computer stops us. It's not that we can keep talking if we want to. We can't.
Oh, okay.
So Bill is promoting season 2 of F is for Family. It's now streaming on Netflix. There's 10 episodes. You can get all of them right now. That's the beautiful thing about Netflix. People don't have to wait 8 weeks for your shit to come out. They can just watch it and then keep watching it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what else is great? It takes you a year to make it, and they watch it in 5 hours, and then they go, "When's the next season coming out?"
Yeah. And then you got to start the whole fucking promotion thing over again.
Yeah.
It's been. A
I
year
wish
since
you
last
wish
one.
you could make them as fast as people could watch them.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish that it was more weekly? Do you ever wish that it was spread out a little bit? Would that be easier for you?
Yeah, in a way, because it's kind of like, if you got a really thoughtful gift for somebody and they just sort of devour, you cook a meal for somebody and they just fucking devour it,
right.
as opposed to enjoying it and going, oh my God, oh, and the side dish, oh, and this, and the glass of wine.
Yeah.
They just belch and ask when's dessert.
It doesn't seem to hurt it though.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I go through things, man. I just watched the Keeper documentary, and it's I plowed through it in 2 days, but I'm still thinking of it, and I'm still talking about people. It doesn't mean that they forget about your project. They'll still talk about it and still think about it like they've watched it for 12 straight weeks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because then everyone starts discovering it and they start talking about it.
They almost talk about it more because they've got a complete thought process to get behind, not just trying to analyze one
I love
episode.
your guys' positive attitude towards the future.
Yeah.
I know.
You
I'm feeling much more positive.
You guys are all about it. Streaming.
That's it.
All your shit out there.
I know.
It's great.
I know. I don't believe me, the next time you hear about me, I'm going to be fucking hang myself in a closet. But for now.
Dude, you're bulletproof. You put all your shit out there.
Yeah.
Your interesting shit would be like, hey, you want to go to the mall or whatever?
Yeah. Jim Norton seen holding hands with a genetic girl. Yeah. They're going to cut up. Bill, I love you, and I wish we had more time with you.
Yeah.
F is for Family.
I love you
Brilliant.
too. I forgot to introduce my Andrew Thumelis. He does my podcast and everything.
Hi,
He's
Andrew.
a huge,
How are you?
huge fan. So he came in to say hello. He's a bit shy.
It's nice meeting you, and it's good seeing you again. Maybe I'll see you this week if you're in town for 6 days, because we're here every day.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
All right,
we'll see you
bye-bye.
guys tomorrow.